Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Everything will good to go. Let me drop this down, make it a little easier. All right. What is happening, Knicks family? I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Saturday to all. Let me see here. I think I'm a little off center here. Oh, I fixed this and then I messed up that. Okay. It's all right. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Once again, happy Saturday. I mean, listen, if you're on the East Coast, you already know what it is. You know, this is fantastic weather. I mean, this is incredible weather. Let's see what we got going on today. Oh, especially in the New York area, high of 82 degrees, folks. Beautiful, sunny. Right now, it's 75 degrees in New York. Let's go. It's October, baby, the 28th. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Stay tuned, watch the show, enjoy as much of it as you want. If you want to stay here while I'm rocking the whole time, I appreciate you. But if I were you, I'd watch some of this show and then go out there and get yourself some fresh air, do something fun, walk around, go get something to eat, whatever, because this weather is not here after today. Maybe tomorrow a little bit, but that's it. That's it. So enjoy the weather, get yourself together, run your errands and stuff, come back, plop yourselves down and get ready for that Knick game versus New Orleans. That's what I would do if I was y'all today. I mean, if y'all want to stay here and rock with me, by all means, I appreciate it. But it's just such a beautiful day. You know what I mean? These are the type of days that we long for when we're trying to get out the winter. Like, when are these days coming back? And now this might be the last type of day like this. So enjoy it, man. There's always replay gang. You know what I mean? Can't be mad at you. So, appreciate all of y'all as always. Shout out to my guy Walter Blackman in the building. Salute. What's good, Walter? I hope you're doing well. I hope you and your family are doing well, and I hope you guys got some information with regards to any damage that you guys may have suffered in the fire. I hope everything is okay, and I hope the extent of the damage wasn't severe. I just want you to get back to where you was, man. You know what I mean? So I'm wishing the best for you guys, and I'm glad that everybody's okay. If y'all don't know, Walter Blackman's house had a fire not too long ago, so he's dealing with all of the stuff that goes along with that. So wishing you the best, Walter. Appreciate you, bro. Wiz BKLA in the building. What's going on, Wiz? He says, salute, Ron. So far, your call for RJ to be the one to take a step looks good. I think my call for Tips to take a step looks better. I see you, Wiz. Okay. All right. Well, listen, if we both right, we all are going to be some happy Knick fans. So I'm okay with it. Dwayne Dennis in the building. Good morning. What's going on, my brother? CC in the building. What's going on? The man, the myth, the Cartagena. What's good, bro? Hope you're doing well. Shy Powers. Salute. What's going on, bro? Hope you're doing well. Please, as always, guys, show your love for Shy Powers and Divine. Knicks Real Talk, giving you that real talk from a Knicks perspective. Shy, I don't know. I think I was listening to you guys the other day before opening night. Did y'all come to New York? Well, I mean, you're probably here, but did Divine come to New York? Did y'all go to opening night? Let me know. Because I was thinking I was hearing something like that. I wasn't sure. CC says Randall's selflessness play was key in this game. He showed another level, and I'm hoping it remains. His scoring will catch up as season progresses. I agree. I definitely think that is going to be the case. Sha Power says, smash those like buttons. Yeah, listen to him, man. Yeah. Appreciate you, Sha. Hey, my guy Mega. Call Mega in the building. What's going on, Mega? Appreciate you, bro. Good to see you as always. Hey, double A MCO. You guys ever remember that old Amico commercial? I'm dating. I'm showing my age once again. Here we go. Double A MCO. Anyway, what up, Double A? What's good, brother? Hope you're doing well. He says, salute Don Ron in the chat. Nice. W, will the RJ haters give him the flowers if he keeps playing like he has? Is Julius the new Draymond Green minus the dirtbag style D? We'll see. I honestly, I don't know if Julius is going to continue to do this because I just think there's more to his game, and offensively, he's so much more gifted than Draymond. So I could see him switching back and forth. Let's hope. Let's hope Julius figures out a way to fine tune both sides of the basketball. So when he's going good offensively, he does a little of this stuff. And then when he's struggling, he does more of what we've seen these past two games. Because if Julius does that, Julius is going to be an all-star again. Julius will probably be the best player on this team. Not that, some people still think he is, but I'm saying if he does that type of stuff, like if he can get crazy and do his offensive game like we've seen him do in the past and give us some of the stuff, like we know he can give you the double rebounds, all that stuff. But when he's not going well, if he can do this other stuff like passing the ball, still giving you the rebounds, playing a little better defense, if he can do that, he would be the best player on this team, hands down. Because I love Jalen Brunson, but Julius just has more in his overall bag than Jalen does. So it's just we don't see it all the time. But if he does that, okay. Let's see. Travel Vibes is in the building. Salute. Oh, my bad. Almost forgot. The Morning Cup of Joe or Joanne. Whatever you want to say. It is what it is. Yeah. What up, Travel Vibes? Good to see you. Salute. He says, salute. Peace, family. Salute. Thank you, man. Wonder Woman, where you been? I haven't seen you in a minute in the chat. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Animal Lex is in the building. Salute. Hope you're doing well. Sherwin's here. Good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Kerry Cox is in the building. Salute, Kerry. Hey, Kareem Grant is in the building. Salute, twin. What's good? Okay. That's fantastic news. Probably the best news I've heard today, and probably the best news I'll hear all day. Walter says, we're good, Ron. We should have everything fixed in a week. Okay, that's fantastic, man. Listen, that's the best news. Like I said, I hope whatever it was, it's fixed, and also, like whatever they can do to help avoid it in the future. So you don't want to have any issues like that, and you shouldn't have to go through that. No one should, but you know what I mean? Like life, man. Like I said, once again, I'm glad everybody's okay. Shout out to Alex Isaac. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Walter says, I like the way Randall is playing. He's not forcing anything. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Sherwin says, is Wiz coming here with the RJ without the stats to back him? Wiz check OB IQ. They don't have the stats to back them up. Interesting. Oh yeah. Oh man, Sha. I wish I would have known, man. That would have been nice. I mean, I'm not out there like that right these days. You know why? But I would have liked to see you but especially see Divine, because I know Divine has to take that trip. You know what I mean? Like whenever guys make that effort to come to New York, I'd love to be able to chop it up with them for a little bit at least, just to show my face and see them, man, because it's very rare to get people to come down from the Carolinas and stuff like that. So damn it, I wish I would have known for sure. I thought, but I wasn't sure. I mean, it would have been crazy. All I would have been doing was like, oh, where you guys gonna be at? Let me meet y'all right before the game. Hey, what's up? And then I'm out. That's all it would have been. But I would have I'm that guy. I've always been that guy. Okay. And it sucks because when you surrounded by people that aren't that guy, it you know what I mean? Like when you work somewhere like 7, 8 years and then you leave and move out of state and none of those people check for you, but you call in to check on them. I'm that guy. You know, it is what it is. Man, I brought up 12 years of hurt right there. Okay, we good. Anyway, Visions is in the building. Salute, Visions. What's good? Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, DSJ is in the building. Delano Steel. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Listen, our RJ talks. A lot of stuff we've been talking about. So far, he's doing a lot of stuff we were talking about. Those conversations me and you have been having off air. So far, brother. Okay, look at this. Almighty Finesse is in the building. Salute, Almighty Finesse. Appreciate you. Always good to see you. But Outcast Assets. What's good? I'm not quite sure if I've seen you in the chat before, Outcast. But if you have been, or if this is a name change or whatever, you know, by all means, welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. If not, if you're new, you know, thank you for being here. Hopefully you subscribe and hit that like button, show your love. You know, put your thoughts in the chat or comment after the show, whatever it is, man. We appreciate it. Speaking of that, well, I'll leave it for now. We'll see how the show goes. I usually have this feature turned on for subscribers only, but I'm gonna let it rock and we'll see how it goes. If I get any craziness, then I'll have to turn it on later, but we'll see. Anyway, Ad J is in the building. Oh, you know what that means, guys. Hit that Ad J button, as Stafford Don likes to say. That's the like button, folks. Renamed to the Ad J button. Please smash that button and show your love for the show. If you don't know what it looks like, I tell you, it looks something like this. The Ad J button, folks. Oh man, yeah, appreciate you, Ad J. I hope you're doing well, brother. And it was good to see you the other day on NBK live and in person at Legends. Of course, you're there the day that I'm not there. You know, it is what it is. Stafford Don, what's good? Don't let them fool you. Oh no. Yeah, more fire, rhythm beats, ball, 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 ball. Rewind, selector. Bobby Condas on the ones and two. All right, I'm too old, man. I remember all this stuff. People don't even know who Bobby Condas is anymore. I gotta stop, man. I'm living in the past. I'm sorry, guys, but listen, my era was dope. I don't care what nobody says. I love my era. Let's see, Francisco Carrillo in the building. What's going on, Francisco? Hope you're doing well, brother. William is in the building all the way from Brazil. What's good? What's happening, William? Good to see you, brother. What's wrong with you, Sherwin? What is wrong with you? Damn, Sherwin is the buzzkill over here. So what if he's Trini? I'm giving him the Jamaican accent and I'm rocking out. Let me be. I do this all the time. And now Sherwin's got to come hit me with the he's not Jamaican, he's Trini. Golly, Sherwin, you are a buzzkill this morning, bro. Sherwin's that dude in the party, man. Yo, we got a new track all the way live from Jay-Z. Check it out. This beat is fire. You've never heard it before. It's the first time it's ever been done. Well, Sherwin comes out of left field. You know, actually, back in come on, Sherwin. Let me have some fun. Damn it. It's all right, Sherwin. It's all right. You can only be you, man. And I appreciate you for who you are, brother. Thank you, bro. Stafford says Bobby's still around. Jesus, Bobby Condas has been around forever. Man, Cully in the building. Uh-oh. Chalked up. You know what I mean? I swear to you guys, listen, I've already done the experiment multiple times, and I know it's true. Every time I drink coffee in the morning, when I'm trying to do this show and talk, I get choked up. I don't know if it provides something. Maybe it's the milk or the creamer in it. Whatever it is, always the same deal. was it last week? I drank tea, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is, man. I'm telling you, I gotta start, treating my vocals like they celebrity vocals or something. Little tea with some lemon. I gotta put that in my show writer. And talk to my peoples. Oh wait, my peoples are the peoples. So I guess if I want to do it, I just do it. Okay. Anyway, salute Cully. What's good, my brother? I hope you're doing well. As I said, we miss you out here in these Knick content streets, and we miss you and your talent for your hip hop, abilities, brother. So we miss all of that, man. But I hope you're doing well in everything. Building Blocks is in the building. Salute. What's good? Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you ain't lying, Mega. I gotta watch it. The other day, was it 2 weeks ago? I woke up and I didn't sleep wrong. I slept right the normal way I always do. My back was killing me when I woke up. I'm like, this is old age getting me again. No good. Oh man. Jay Boogie in the building. Salute, salute, salute. He says, shout out to the chat and Still Knick Fan Show. Blessings and health and happiness on this beautiful day of life. I'm on the road coming back from a beautiful game last night. Yes, that's dope. I'm glad you enjoyed it, brother. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's right. Jay Boogie was in the building last night, so that's dope. But not for nothing. Like 10,000 Jay Boogies could have been in that building. They had a lot of empty seats in there, bro. I was watching. I was like, what is this? It was weird. Weird. I don't know if it filled up as the game went on, but they panned around, and I was surprised. Atlanta had a lot of empty seats up in there. Delano still says, I'm losing a bit of hope that Quentin Grimes will be anything more than a 3-and-D shooting guard. I've seen too many opportunities for him to knock down pull-up middies, but settled for contested threes. Yeah, his mindset is maybe this is a little too close. His mindset is a little off with what he should do and what he can do out there on the court. He seems like he's still searching to find his role offensively. Defensively, we know he knows what he's doing. And I think he's also settled on the amount of shots he's getting, which is not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you got to be a little bit aggressive and go get it when it's there. And if it's not there, sometimes you create it. But yeah, he's a little. I was thinking about it last night when I was watching the game, DSJ. I started to get my thing that I always come up with sometimes. I say it with Quickly a lot. I don't think the Knicks are ever going to see the best of Quickly unless Quickly is a starter or if Quickly goes somewhere else. Or like, I don't think anybody's going to see the best of Quickly unless Quickly is a starter with a solid role and usage, or if he goes somewhere else that where he can start over there. I think that's the only way we're going to really see the best of Quickly. And I'm starting to feel the same way with Quentin Grimes. I don't think Quentin Grimes is really going to elevate his game unless he can become a starter somewhere or a significant bench player somewhere where he has the keys to the offense in the second unit. Now, that could happen with the Knicks. Anything can happen throughout the course of this season. Quickly could be promoted to the starting lineup and Grimes could be demoted to the bench, and Grimes' role on the bench could be a bigger role. So, I mean, it could still happen to an extent. But certain players, I feel like they're trapped in the mode, man. And if you don't change the game for them, what they're supposed to do out there and change their usage and stuff like that, they just fit into their roles. Like they're just those type of players. I hope I'm not wrong, right with regards to Grimes, but early, that's what I see. Early. There's a lot of season left, guys. 80 more games. So we'll see. Okay. Frank Matos used to call me Sasso in the building. What's good? Salute. Appreciate you. Corey Lee's in the building. What's going on, Corey? Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. And shout out to my guy Bully too, Boulevard. Jay from PR is in the building. Salute. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, CC. The milk is causing your congestion. Yeah, I agree. Or the cream, but either way. That's exactly what it is, man. And it's ridiculous because it didn't used to happen before, but it's happening now. Maybe that's another sign of my old age or my body just doing things differently these days. It stinks, man. I can't drink my coffee. Like, that's my thing. Why? I mean, I drink my coffee, but I just can't drink my coffee and really talk. But I'm doing it. Sorry, guys. Just deal with this for a little bit longer. I need to get this coffee fixed. You see what it says. Some truth behind that. Interesting. It's an interesting question there. I'll star that and come back to it, Jay. Francisco says 2 games, 13 shots for Grimes. Hope he gets that many a game. Then we will see. Yeah, but I just don't see it, man. And then the way the Knicks offense is moving, we can't be mad because they are moving the ball. They're getting a lot of assists early. Of course, you know that helps to get the assists because you're knocking down your shots. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Grimes is going to have to fit in for now, and then you know it'll work itself out. As I said, this whole time period is all about figuring out who this current Knick team is at the moment. A month from now, we'll know exactly who they are. Building Block says we need RJ to keep this play up tonight. Zion is going to try and work us. Yep. Hey, Margaret Edwards is in the building. Salute, Margaret. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. Let's see. I hope so, Cully. He said Dante might have found his game. Yeah, Carrie, I know it's fantastic outside. Once again, listen, guys, I love you being here. I appreciate y'all. But if y'all want to watch some of the show and get out there and enjoy this day, by all means, man, it is fantastic. I wouldn't want to deprive anybody of the beauty that's going on right now. 75, 76 degrees right now and sunny, going up to a high of 82. Barometric pressure is coming in from the, no, I'm just joking. But seriously, all that other stuff is real. It's going to be fantastic out there today. So definitely enjoy what you can and then, you know, settle in later and watch that Knick game. Smash that like button though. Smash that like button. Okay. All right. I think I did. Let me just run through the rest of this quick. Just make sure I shout out everybody. Okay. And David L, my guy, was good. David L. I don't think I saw you earlier. So yeah, shout out to you, my brother. Yeah, I know, but this is supposed to be non-dairy, Corey Lee. You know, creamer, like this is the fake creamer, you know, the coffee make creamer stuff. That stuff is made with vegetable oil and other things. That it is not even real cream. So this shouldn't be happening. I don't get it. Whatever. And you ain't lying on that either, Kerry Cox. Cow's milk. Listen, lately I've been, you know, I'm a non-dairy guy too. I realize that. You know, I'm lactose. I don't got the burner, but I lactose. Anyway, I understand all of that about me. I still eat pizza. I can't stop. But every time I eat pizza, I learn to regret it immediately. So that's it. All right. Okay. All right. Let me put this invite out there just in case. As you guys know, this is Know the Ledge, but you guys are always welcome to come in on Saturdays and you know, chop it up and talk about whatever you want. Hey, I shouted him out earlier, and there he is, Boulevard 73 in the building. Salute, Boulevard. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Yeah, man. So you guys, you already know. Anybody who wants to jump in, by all means, you're free to, and we can chop it up. So let's hit the intro, and we'll be back. Yes. Okay. That's for Wiz. Anyway, Francisco says try grandma pizza. Yeah, you ain't lying. Listen, and my only problem with that is I've just making the other mistake. Like I'm also a light garlic guy. You know what I mean? Heavy garlic, I don't know, doesn't work well with my system. Dude, don't get old, man. It stinks. There is a pizzeria by me. There's two really good pizzerias by me, but one doesn't really make the grandma slice like that. The other one makes a great grandma slice. Problem is they are heavy-handed with the garlic, bro. I'm like, can I have some sauce with my garlic, please? Like they are heavy-handed with that damn garlic. And when I eat that pizza, it's almost like I'm lactose on the sauce because it's just crazy. That's wild stuff, man. I'm just oh man, it's too much. It's too much. Try Paris Duggar. What's good, Paris? Good to see you, my brother. He said, try pizza less. It's healthier. Hmm. That may be the idea, right? Yeah, I mean, garlic has so many good benefits, but I don't know for whatever reason when I eat too much garlic, it's I'm like, oh, it's like a heartburn or whatever. I don't know, man. It's bad. So I gotta chill. I mean, really, it's time for an overhaul. You know what I mean? At a certain point in your life, this is my little PSA to everybody. At a certain point in your life, you got to reevaluate your internal ecosystem, right? What's going on in your body, and you have to say, okay, let's just take a little, take some time, and let's just try to look at what we eat, right? And how does it make us feel when we eat it? That's it. All you got to do, take a week or two and do it. I know there's other stuff in the world you got going on. You're busy. Do it for about 2 weeks. Even if you want to stretch it out and do it for a month, start looking at what you eat and seeing how you feel after you eat it. And that's going to tell you that you need to make some changes in your diet and your life. It is what it is. It'll let you know. Your body lets you know. Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Carrie. He says it's flushing all the impurities out your body. Gotcha. Oh, man, listen, man. It is what it is. It's good stuff, but like I said, it does a number on me. Okay. All right. Let's get cracking. So, first thing I want to talk about, which might surprise some of y'all, because maybe you didn't think I would bring this up because he ain't here no more. But this is a question. Hold on. Caps lock is on. And I'm going to add more to it because I think I just shortened it just so it could fit. But there's more to the story, folks. And this is both of them. So the topic starting off the show is: did the front office and Tibbs give up on Derrick Rose too early? So that is the question, guys. I'm gonna just put it up there. You obviously are welcome. Like I said, if you want to join in and talk about it, by all means. But if you want to put your stuff in the chat, what you feel about it, you are welcome, and I will give you my opinion about it. So that is the question. Did the front office and Tibbs give up on Derrick Rose too early? And let me pull up some Derrick Rose stats, see what he's been doing out here in these streets, just so we have a better context. There we go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It's the game log stats. What is this, man? I'm going to ESPN. Sometimes ESPN helps out, sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, I think ESPN is the place to go for this because the NBA.com is acting funky. It's dumbness. Taking me all these different places. What? All right, here we go. Much better. There we go. Okay. Hey, I see my guy backstage. He's out there whipping it up. Let me bring him in here. Jay Boogie. Oh, you on mute. But
Good
hey, worry about the.
Go ahead.
I was like, worry about the road too, though.
yeah. I got the whip though, man. Good early afternoon to you, my brother. How are you? Hope everything is blessed with you and your family. I hope you're feeling great this day. It's a beautiful day of life for everybody. Shout out to the world's most famous people that's in the chat right now. And if you're not in the chat, you still shout out to the world's most famous because we are that big as a franchise. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing up under this orange and blue, man. Rocking with our franchise, man. There's no other place I'd rather be a fan of with the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, than any other team. And with the people that I'm fans with, you know, it's y'all, we all making a great, you know, situation for our team. Just want to come rock out with you for a little bit, man. Like I said, I'm on the road, heading back now. I'm about 2 hours away from the crib, man. Last night was a historical, beautiful night for the squad, man. Yeah, I'm just going to share a little quick, short story real quick so Ron can move on with what his topics is. And it's about Julius Randle, man. And the reason why I'm going to do this about Julius is because Julius, we give Julius so much, you know what I'm saying, about his game. And he faces it. He stands right there. He faces everything that we give him. You know what I'm saying? When he's wrong, we on him. You know, but when he's good, we really don't give him that much love. We just give him the love and just move on the topic. But when he's in the wrong, he's playing bad, we stay on that topic. You know what I mean? So reason why I'm saying this because last night I watched a dude just heckling the heck out of Julius, the whole entire game on the road. What we give them, you know what I'm saying, at the crib and on the road as fans, that's us. You know what I'm saying? But when you on that road, people heckling you like they was heckling him last night all night long. And Julius was, you know, professional. He was a man about it. He kept going about his business, you know, he didn't let it bother him. Then he got in the second quarter, the guy heckling him again. You know what I'm saying? So Julius turned around smiling at him. You know what I mean? When we get in the third quarter, dude is still going off on him. So now Julius is like, okay, let me say something to him. And he's told the dude, hey, yo, you paying your money, you spending your money to come see us play. And you know what I'm saying? Why not enjoy the game? You know, root, that's it. That's all he said to the dude. So the dude just kept going off. So when it got to that fourth quarter, and we was kind of like, you know, staggering like it was looking like we was going to lose, and Julius took over that game going down that stretch the last few minutes, hitting them trays and them buckets and knocking down 3 out of 4 free throws. That last time out before Atlanta came out, they tried to throw the lob and bitch, you know what I'm saying? He blocked that away. During that timeout, dude was heckling and he was really going in. So, you know, Boogie got his feelings. So I walked down there on that dude and I showed him the Julius Randle All-Star jersey because I had jerseys and let it be known I was bringing it. I wanted to get shot. And I let him know ain't but one All-Star in this building. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Worldwide Hell, you know, he got some footage of it and everything, man. But I'm just saying that because we give Julius a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot on him. And he deserves a lot when, you know what I'm saying, when he's wrong because we know the game. But when he's doing right, you know, we got to give him that love, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't jump off the topic as long as we keep it on topic when he's not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And he did not LeBron James that dude or nothing. What I mean by that, you know, LeBron James would have had security come get that dude and got him kicked out. You know what I'm saying? He did not have the dude kicked out, no nothing. He faced what that dude was saying all night, and then at the end of the game, couldn't do nothing but walk away with all his teeth smiling at him. You know what I'm saying? That's how you handle your business, man, Julius. That's how you handle your business. And shout out to the squad, everybody that rock, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to RJ, shout out to Brunson, Dante coming around. Shout out to Tom making them good coaches change. shout out to West, man. It's crazy to see West in that tunnel, you know what I'm saying? And I don't see Perry no more. You know what I mean? But business is business, and I understand that part. And Leon Rose, man, shout out to Leon Rose, man. Leon Rose is so cool last night. You don't forget that he don't even talk to nobody. He had a Levi jeans. So Leon had the illest pair of Air Force Nikes I ever seen. That was all white, orange on the one on the right side of the foot, and on blue on the inside of the foot, and on the opposite foot, the left shoe, it was the opposite way on those color. He had the orange and blue, all white Air Forces going on. I took a picture of them, everything, video of them, and everything, man. Yo, I'm glad that the squad is, you know what I'm saying, did what they did last night, because that was a tough game. We didn't want to start out here 0-2 and then going on the road. That flight last night to New Orleans was that much better. They should have really enjoyed themselves, knowing that, yo, if we don't beat ourselves, we can beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? The steals, man. We up on steals this year, man. We still in the ball. These first 2 games, we getting a lot of steals, man. Make free throws, man, and close out our own games. It's gonna be tough and difficult for other teams, man. Yeah, man. I just wanted to share that about Julius, man. You know, how he being heckled, man. Rock out with you, my brother. You talking about Derrick Rose? You know, did we give up on him too early? Nah, it was the right time. Time to go. Clean your locker room out. I love you. We appreciate you. But that relationship with you and Tom needed to stop, because we couldn't carry your relationship with Tom along with you having a relationship everlasting for being a Knick. You know, and honestly, you're not a real New York Knicker. You know what I'm saying? You are a person that is, you know, you and Tom, y'all have a relationship, but it's time to let you go. See what we can do with these young guys. Open up space for them. Now, I didn't like getting rid of Derrick Rose and bringing back Rob, but the money was different. You could have got Rob out the way, too. What is Rob doing over here? You know what I mean? But, hey, let Derrick Rose go on and go on. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's playing good, playing now, I haven't seen him nothing. But I know as far as our situation, we don't need to be stuck holding on to these old dudes, you know what I'm saying? And we need to move. We needed to move along. I thought it was the right time to move on from Derrick Rose. We're gonna move along. We're gonna move on from a couple more people. Just stay tuned. Some couple of other people gonna get moved on from, you know. Shout out to my guy right there. He came in the building too, man. What's happening with the Lord? How you, my brother?
Everything good, J Bugs, man. Salute to you, Ron. Salute to you, J Bugs. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What's your thoughts? Let me throw this back up. Shout out to the chat once again. Appreciate all y'all. Smash that like button on your way in. Smash that like button on your way out. If you got to bounce, I understand. It's a beautiful day out here in the East Coast, especially in the New York area. Enjoy yourselves. Hey, Ron ain't gonna be mad, but you know, replay gang is still there. You know, you can always hit the show later. Shout out to Jigga Man Porter. Appreciate you, my brother. Always good to see you and the rest of the Morning Brew Sports crew. All y'all, you know the love is there, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Knicks are nice. Pudge in the building as well. Salute, Pudge. Good to see you, bro. Okay, so let me put this back up. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on Derrick Rose? Did the front office and Tibbs give up on Derrick Rose too early, Sha?
Nah, I'm right with you, J Bugs, man. We needed to let him go. It was time. He was, faltering in the system. Tom Thibodeau noticed that, when he went to that 9-man rotation, when he benched Fournier and when he put Derrick Rose on the bench. And he did exactly what all Knicks fans wanted, to use our youth, that what we had. And that's exactly what Tom Thibodeau has done since he's been here. We all talk about play the youth, play the youth. Tom Thibodeau has done that. One of the coaches that you used to hear that he used to play all his older players and play them heavy minutes and heavy rotations. Well, we got a whole bunch of young players that Tom Thibodeau is playing, like the IQs. Since IQ been here, he's been getting plenty of minutes under Tom Thibodeau. Quentin Grimes, starting from being on the bench to becoming a starter this year. Mitchell Robinson, he loves Mitch. You know what I mean? And the rest of the guys that go on and on and on. That, you know what I mean? We do have some guys that, it would be nice to see them maybe in some of these blowout games like Deuce McBride and Jericho Sims. But what Tom Thibodeau is doing right now with this young team, I'm glad that he relinquished Derrick Rose and let him go. You know what I mean? Derrick Rose, unless he was going to take a lesser role, we needed that $15 million, and I'm glad we got it.
Yeah. I hear you, and that's what I want to say too. I agree with both of you guys. I think Tibbs in the front office, they made the right call, the right move. It was time to move on from D Rose because I think Tibbs has that, that affection for D Rose like a son. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I definitely don't think that he would ever want to move on from D Rose. But D Rose, you guys can, not you guys, but I'm saying people forget. You remember going back to the beginning of the season last year, Derrick Rose did not look good. He didn't come out the gate the way he's coming out the gate right now. You know what I mean? He came out the gate. He was looking like locked, lethargic on defense. His offensive game, he was slow. He was making bad passes. He didn't look like the same Derrick Rose. Yeah, it didn't look like the same Derrick Rose. Now, granted, could you say, well, he didn't have it then, but in time, he would have probably got to what he is now, starting the Memphis thing. Well, who knows? Tom Thibodeau couldn't afford to make that. He couldn't take that chance. All right, his coaching life started to get on the line, and look, I got to make the change. It is what it is, and you can't fault him for that. Now, the other thing you got to look at is Derrick Rose is playing because he's in a new city. He's in his hometown. He's got a newfound energy. He's happy. You know what I mean? It's a new look. Plus, he's getting another shot. Of course, he's going to be amped up. He's going to be doing everything he can. You see how Derrick Rose is moving out there? Like he's moving. So yeah, that sometimes. He was with the Knicks. He was already here. He didn't have that same level of, I got to go out there and do this. It's a new city. It's all this. He didn't have all of that with him. So he was just going out there and playing. This gives him something to play for and to really show, listen, I'm not washed yet. Okay. And that's fine. He's not. But when he was with the Knicks, he was looking washed. So it just is what it is. They made the right call at that time. So I think we're okay. I'm not going to fault the front office and Tibbs for doing that, especially Tibbs, because like we all know, if Tibbs didn't go to that 9-man rotation and do the things he needed to do, he might be up out of here. So it is what it is. Shout out to my guy Double A in the building. Salute. What's good?
What's going on, Ryan? J Bug.
How's everything?
Good. What's up, Boogie?
What up, Double A?
All right, man. All good. All good. I want to give you guys some company for a little while.
Yeah, man. We always appreciate you. Do you have any thoughts on the Derrick Rose thing?
Yeah, I think they gave up a little bit early on him because if I'm not mistaken, he was coming back from an injury, wasn't he? Wasn't he hurt the year before? Then he finished out the year before hurt. I mean, he didn't play almost the whole season the year before.
I don't know. I don't know if he was coming back from injury.
Wasn't that the truth, Bub?
Yeah, he was hurt the year before. That 37 win year, he was hurt the whole year.
There you go.
Okay, then all right, you're right.
And so it takes time to get back in the groove, especially you're up there in age, man. And what we needed him for was basically to spell Jalen, and I think giving him 14, 15 minutes a game to spell Jalen wouldn't have hurt us that much, and that's we were missing that last year. You know what I mean? We're missing that extra ball handler when Brunson went out the game. We were stagnant. So I think they gave up on him a little bit too early.
Well, you may be right, but for the way that everything was situated, it didn't work for the Knicks because not only the other thing you got to think about too with Derrick Rose is let's see what he is because I forget. Derrick Rose. Yeah, that's what. Okay. I was about to give him more years. That's not right. Derrick Rose is 35 years old. Okay, so I want to say that he can keep this up, but I don't think he can. All right, the way I'm telling you, when I saw him last night, you look at them highlights. Derrick Rose is moving like he looked good. I can't see Derrick Rose doing that night in and night out. At some point, knowing his history, there's going to come a point where it's going to catch up a little bit. Now, can he rebound from that and go out there and do it throughout the season? Maybe, but it's just tough. When you're 35 years old, your body's going to do certain things. You're just going to have to live with it. You're going to have to work through it, but it's just life. That's how it is. And a person who has a lot of injury history, I hope he doesn't get hurt throughout this year, but the chances of him getting some ailing injuries, an ankle or something like lingering stuff, it's a high probability. So it's also that, and the fact that, remember, with the Knicks, he was getting like 14, 15 million a year. So it's also the amount of money you giving him for the production you need to get from that position. So that's the other thing. It's not just about, was he someone we should have moved on from? It's like, is he worth the type of money we got tied up in him at this point? So that's the other thing. Now, if we had him for 8 million or something like that, then I keep Derrick Rose. Just his professionalism and his help with the young guys on our team is worth that type of stuff. But it's just the fact that we were giving him 15 million. Oof.
Especially knowing Tip's system, That's why I thought they were going to bring old Taj back, for that 15 spot. I'd rather would have had him than this other guy. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't even going to see the floor. But at least Taj, at the 15th man, he had value because, leadership, that veteran leadership. And plus he knows Tip's, system in and out. So that like confused me why they signed another Villanova guard, over Taj, where, Taj could have filled in that spot. Another worry we had been thinking about and talking about was, Randall coming back from ankle injury, counting on him to log so many heavy minutes, from the get-go. You know what I mean? And that could be a reason for his, lack of, being the Julius Randle that we know on offense. He looks like he's taking it, he's pacing it. So that's what I see. He's just not going reckless abandon.
I just want to say, Double A, listen, Taj is still out there. And as long as Taj is still out there, don't think the Knicks don't have him on speed dial. But I also kind of think that the Knicks don't necessarily want to move backwards unless they have to. And I think they really want to give these guys, these young guys, the centers and stuff, a chance to do things on their own.
And I agree.
Taj has been with the Knicks. They've brought in people to work with these bigs and stuff. Like, see what you guys have learned. See if you guys can do this on your own without us bringing in another mentor for you. Now, I'm not saying it won't happen because it still could happen. But I think Mitch has already taken a step forward in his past couple games to start the season. People are looking at him and saying, okay, he looks a little better out there. He's doing a lot more. He's very active on defense. The rebounding is good. Mitch is primarily an offensive rebounder. So when he starts getting these defensive rebounds, we're already happy with that. And then the other thing is like Hartenstein. People keep talking about Hartenstein and how the intangible stuff that he's bringing out there. He may not be filling up the stat sheet like huge numbers, but the stuff he's doing while he's out there is looking real good. So, they'll probably just give it a chance to see how it works. And if they start to falter or it looks like we're missing something, they might go bring in Taj for that experience and also to spell some minutes. But, I like it, but I just don't want Tibbs to fall onto that whole sword again of, I need this and I got to put Taj in there. Taj got to give me the minutes because no one else knows how to do it. I think the Knicks, this team, a lot of these guys have been here 2, 3, in Mitch's case, 5 years. They should know what they need to do in their roles. So let's see what they can do.
I just think
I'm on that with you too, Ron. I think the Knicks are trying to transition into a more up and down game too. They still run a lot of heavy isolation basketball, half court basketball. But as you notice, they're starting to pass the ball a little bit more. They're starting to get up the court a little bit, pushing that pace and stuff like that. And I wasn't opposed to Taj Gibson getting here, but I see why they kind of sway. I mean, it's not over yet, but I see why they kind of swayed away from him. And then you would have put the pressure on this 9-man rotation. That would have made, Tom Thibodeau having someone like an addict, one of his tricks, one of his fixes, he would have facilitated some time for Taj Gibson to get out there 12, 15 minutes. Do we really need that with the team that we got right now? What are we going to make the minutes up from with a Taj on the crew and a 10-man rotation? We are spreading minutes sparingly right now. Guys are getting 22, 24 minutes and stuff like that. We implement Taj, and I wanted Taj to come back just to have him back in New York. He from Brooklyn. So I know the area where he's from and stuff like that. So just to have him back in New York, it would have been good to have him back. But he would have sat the bench and got no minutes. We got somebody on the court, on the bench right now that's striving to get some minutes now, and that's Jericho Sims. And I don't think we're going to see too much of Jericho Sims this year unless something happens.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. What were you gonna say, Double A?
My whole point was, that 15-man spot, you don't get no light. You know, it's break in case of emergency. What I'm saying, Gibson would have added more value than Ryan. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, we don't know. We see it that way. Like on the surface, like I agree with you. I can say Taj is a very heady, smart basketball player who knows Tom Thibodeau's system in and out. And he's just, you know, he's a good basketball. The only issue with Taj is that he got old, and you know he just can't move. But if Taj was young, we know how valuable of a player he can be. But the other thing is, listen, I don't want to downplay Ryan Arcidiacono. I get it. We don't see the value in him when he's out there on the court, but I still it goes back to me when I heard something about him in the offseason that he was a really good practice player. I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, I can guess, but obviously he must have been getting busy in practice, running the system the way Tom Thibodeau likes it. He doesn't have enough talent to be out there on the floor orchestrating it against, you know, top competition. But versus the Knicks, he probably did well. And being that we so full on guards, you need a guy who's a guard who can help push these guys, because that's the type of guy they're going to be facing. Not him, but you know what I mean? Him running off curls, doing whatever he's doing, knocking down threes. Yeah, he's obviously out there just playing a role. Like Tibbs is probably telling. I wouldn't be surprised if Tibbs or some of the other coaches, like some of the 6 or 7 other coaches we got that we never talk about anymore, like Dice, is telling Ryan, listen, today I need you to do this. I need you to focus on hitting threes from the corner or from the top of the key. Start hitting threes from that area and come off the pick and roll and do this. I want you to see if you can get RJ into this spot. Like certain things that they're probably telling him that he needs to focus on and do to push these other guys. So maybe he's good for that. And because we got so many guards, it's probably better to have somebody who can go against the guards than worry about the big men, because Hartenstein is actually pretty good at his job. And Mitch has been playing pretty good at his job. So maybe the guards need it more. That's all I can think. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
You know, you got all types of basketball players that's in the league. You know, everybody's not going to be the superstar or the all-star. You know what I'm saying? Some people going to have to be role players. Right. And some people are just going to have to be on the team players. So, and I used to tell people a lot, hey, yo, it's okay to make the bench in the league. You make the bench, you're gonna see the greatest athletes every night, every day. You know what I'm saying? But there are guys that's on teams because they're practice type guys. They know how to, you know what I'm saying, go hard in practice. So them guys, you know, that are role players and starters, they can get a good feel on, like, if they're playing against somebody that's in a game, because that's how they attack them. You know what I mean? And you gotta tell you, back to Rose real quick. I know he's moving off on that. Derrick Rose, right? Derrick Rose probably got that phone call that said, "Yo, you're gonna have to be ready to play and be ready to go this season. We're gonna use you a whole lot." So guys know already before the season started what's gonna happen with them guys, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna be used, and all that. And Derrick Rose, he probably came in real great shape. Derrick Rose knew he wasn't in the plan coming into last season, and that's what really helped Evan Fournier be cool. Because if they can sit Derrick Rose, what I'm gonna get out of character for, and talk while I'm not playing. So that worked, you know, as far as with Evan Fournier. But I looked at Evan Fournier last night. He already know he's not even in the playing plans at all. If you go back and look at last night's game, I want y'all to take a look at Evan Fournier's sneakers he had on last night. Evan Fournier had track New Balance. Track. He knew he wasn't playing last night. He was in chill mode. He might not even have the jersey on up under there. But
making like $2 million a game. So, I mean,
yeah. Eat that bread, man. But yeah, man. With Taj, I like to see Taj here. If you're not going to bring him here to play, bring Taj over here to put him on the bench as assistant coach. We do need to start strengthening up the the coaching staffs along our bench. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got guys that's over there, but we got really like a lot of whole life, a bunch of laptop computer type guys. You know what I'm saying? We don't have guys, you know what I'm saying, about the game type guys. You know what I'm saying? Besides Brunson's, besides Mr. Brunson, that's it. And Othello Harrington, that's it. You know, you gotta have, you know, in the office, guys want to make sure they can come and play for the right office guy, and he's going to take care of them. And then they want to make sure that they have a coach, you know what I'm saying, that's going to make sure they're being led in the right direction. And then they got to have assistant coaches on the sideline that can relate to them in all types of situations at any point in time of life, whether it's basketball or off the court type thing. And I think we failed a little bit on our like bench staff. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough guys that's really like of the basketball game itself. You know, we got more technology guys on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Amongst our squad, and bench coaching staffs on the bench, it plays a big part of basketball. You know what I mean? All the way hands down. You look at a lot of these franchises. They look at their bench. They got some valuable key members on their bench. Guys that played in the league a long time. You know what I'm saying? Guys that coached, guys that's getting ready to coach. You know, we don't have really that like that on our bench. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I give Tom a lot of ease about what's going on with him when people try to throw him under the bus so much. It's because Tom has to do so much with his team. Don't forget, he's probably really been training Leon since the day one when they got there. You know, about certain things they're doing in the office. You know, that's why, you know, he brought him over there to help him out. And then the coaching and everything, Tom does everything, man. But I see Tom got a belt this year. Last year, Tom didn't have a belt on, man. The whole team sagging all year long.
Hey, man, you know. Things are changing. I don't know. Maybe he's feeling a little better about him. So I don't know. Yeah, I think, like I said, it's fair points on all sides. I think, you know, Taj could still lend some value here, as far as the coaching aspect of it, like this being that type of guy who people can. And you know, I just think Taj wasn't ready for that. I'm sure somebody mentioned to Taj, "Hey, would you like to be an assistant coach?" I'm sure that came up. But I don't. Maybe he wasn't ready for it, because I definitely could. No shot, no knock. You know, on Othello Harrington, I just see Taj in that role as that coach. But you know, I think
he was over there with the Wizards doing that this year. He opened up and started out like that preseason.
Right. So yeah, I mean that could be something. Who knows? Going into next year, maybe next year they do something like that and bring Taj in that role at some point. I think Taj loves basketball a lot. I think he'll do it. Maybe he won't do it for the Knicks, but I can see him doing that somewhere. And the other thing is, like, I see in the chat, people were saying, you know, what's the point of having some of these guys, and like Dylan Windler, what does he do? Look, the other thing that I want you guys to think about, and this is really the most important thing, your bench is your bench, and your bench is your bench, because they're guys who can contribute, but they can't do too much. Because if they could do too much, they ain't gonna want to be in that role. But that's the problem. Like, you got to find the guys that fit a certain role and are okay with not playing every night, and understanding, I'm getting my check, I'm a part of this team, we could do something special. If they need me, they'll call on me. But if that's it, I'm gonna be here, you know, sneak texting my family, seeing how they doing. Yeah, we in the game right now. You know what I mean? Whatever they doing, because if a guy's too good and he's on that bench, they're gonna start chirping. They're not gonna want to be there. They want to play, because and especially if they're that good, they in their mind, they're like, yo, I'm better than who I'm watching out there, man. Come on, man. They don't want to go through that. So you need a guy like a Dylan Windler on your bench that can fill in if somebody gets hurt or something like that. If you need to. That's just how it is. And I know people are like, we can fill out the rest of the roster a little better. You can't, because if it's too good, you're going to have conflicts. You're going to have a situation where it may not be an OB, but it's an OB type situation where the backup is good enough that you're like, he should get minutes. And he thinks he should get minutes. Now you got problems, especially in Tibbs's shortened rotation. On another team with another coach who likes to play more people, it's different. But for Tibbs, when you know he's playing 9 or 10 tops and you got 5 guys that are going to be sitting. You don't want those 5 guys to be that good. I'm just throwing it out there, just saying it.
Ron, but I go back to what Jay Boogie said. I think it was last week, Boog, where you brought it up, where you need that push in practice, man. You need to be looking over your shoulder because somebody might take your spot. That keeps you from being complacent, you know, feeling yourself too much. You know what I mean? If there's nobody, they ain't got nobody else, then you're like, oh, I'm all they got, you know. So, you know, you do what you got to do. But it's something to be said about having that push in practice, man, when somebody's going after your spot and you got to bring your A game all the time, you know.
It's true. It's true. Listen, you guys are, when whoever says stuff like that, 100% correct. But once again, just think about it. Like I said, if the guy is too good, he ain't gonna want to sit there. People want their money, yeah, but the other thing is you can't earn more money if you're just sitting there on the bench not playing. And if you that good, you're gonna want to be out there showing. You might be killing dude. If you got that much talent and you can really push the starters or the bench, you're gonna be in your mind. I don't care who you are, because gifted players, it's not easy to succeed in the NBA. And if you made it to an NBA team, you are gifted for a reason. You've done some stuff at different stops. You might have been the man in high school, the man in college. You come to the NBA, you're just another dude now coming off the bench. It's different. But if you out there and you got that type of skill that you balling, like imagine Cam Reddish on this Knick team being on the bench, never playing and just working the starters. He's not. We already know Cam don't want to do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when I hear your point, Double A, but the guys, if they're too good, they're not going to want to be in those roles.
But that's why most teams, what they do for those roles, they get vets. You know, guys, they're on the way out. They've done it. They've gotten accolades. They've gotten paid. They're just trying to hang in for a little while longer. So 10, 12, 15 minutes, you know, it's good enough for them. You know, so that's what they do versus, you know, getting somebody who's young and spry and, you know, looking to, you know, break out. You know, they fill those key roles with vets that, like I said, are on their way out. You know,
makes sense.
Still got game. Like, you know, I wanted them to bring in Josh Green really bad because
right.
I think that would have been a perfect type player for us, especially backing up Julius. You know what I mean? He's a type strong veteran. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you, and that to that point, I think you're absolutely right. That's why teams do that. They bring in those type of players that can, you know, have been in the league for a while, not necessarily at that same type of playing level, but they can push the envelope because they know what to do. They can do their little tricks on these young whippersnappers. Oh, you wasn't ready for that, right? You know, they can hit you with all that stuff. I know, I hear you. It's just, remember, the problem with that too is, look, the Knicks don't have a lot of money. We just didn't have a lot of money to sign some of these guys. They look at what the Lakers paid Christian Wood. The Knicks couldn't even come up with that. Like, it's just being handicapped in certain essence of having the money to spend and get guys in. We tied up a lot of money trying to get DiVincenzo over here. It is what it is. And you know what? That's a good segue into DiVincenzo because, you know, I see some people talking. But before I do that, right.
But you get that money to rob for. You could have got Woods with that.
You know, listen, man, this is you know, this is what they did. I don't know. I hear you. And you know, the other thing too is you got to get a little scared when it comes to veterans, especially smart veteran players that may not have the same abilities that they used to have, but they got the knowledge. You got to be careful with Tibbs. You know, Tibbs loves them veterans. He starts seeing one of these young kids not doing what they need to do. Hey,
got that trick.
You gotta be careful with Tibbs. Let me shout out a couple things. I got a super chat I want to get to, but before I do that, thank you, Vaughn Allen. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. It helps the channel. I don't have a lot of members. I don't promote it that often. I think I got 2 or 3 members, so I definitely appreciate you. I should do more with that, but like I said, I always feel weird asking for people to put their money into the channel, even though I guess at this point I should do that because that's when we need to kind of continue to keep the lights on. Oh, look at that. I just talked to the light off. You know what I mean? So nah. Anyway, I appreciate you, Vaughn Allen. Thank you so much, brother. And shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said Grimes and Mitch won that game by stopping Trey early. There's facts to that. Listen, Trey, I don't know what's going on with Trey. This Trey is, he looking like Rayford Trey. That's what it is. He's just, I don't know. I think he's got a lot on his mind. He ain't happy with some stuff. Trey looked like he's going through it over there. So it is what
Trey
it is. But
on that block. Trey is on that block. That's a lot of words that have been carried around inside that building. He's on that Trey block. It's starting to be more Mary's chain, you know. And then after that game, I told Mary, "Hey, yo, Mary, how does it feel playing over here with this guy, knowing that you could have played with Victor? You could have been over there with Victor right now." That'd be like I was crazy. Get over there with Trey, then, man.
Listen, I said it last night, and everybody knows it already. I'm not saying nothing new that people don't know. The biggest mistake that Atlanta made was on draft night when they traded Luka for Trey. I know both of them have had very good NBA careers, so you can't really fault it totally, but Luka is that dude. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's get into this. And I think that, I was thinking that people was going to come in feeling a little differently, but Margaret showed me like she's not rocking. I saw a couple other people. They're still on the fence. Oh, wait, did it save? Oh, my bad, guys. Hold on one second. I think I just had it up. I saved it and it didn't save. There we go. There we go. Dante's looking comfortable as a Knick. Now, I know that's kind of open-ended, right? Donte DiVincenzo last night, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. It was 50% from the line on 2, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, whatever. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 16 points. Now, the only problem, and I think this is why people haven't fallen in love with Dante yet. It's going to take some time. I get it. He's got to earn his stripes. He hasn't given you an all-around game yet. He's giving you bits and pieces. You already know Dante. Look, if you was questioning if Dante could ball, Dante could ball. He can do a lot of things out there. You see he can get steals. We've seen him get multiple steals in a game. You've seen he can block shots. He's sneaky blocker when it comes to these guards. You've seen he can rebound. He has done, a good job at that at certain preseason games and stuff like that. And he plays decent defense. I'm not saying he plays incredible defense. He plays decent defense. But on the offensive side, it's like, well, what can he do here? Because we haven't really seen it. You've seen when he's going good, he can knock down that 3. And that 3 was looking pure. It wasn't just like he was hitting it. It was wet, hitting the net.
Threes.
Yeah, man. So it was looking good. The other thing is the guy can get to the rim and he can finish. Now, I'm saying that knowing that he didn't look good finishing last night. And in a couple other games, he had some moments. Sometimes I kind of think he's trying to do too much. Like he's trying to show, like, I got game. You know what I mean? It's like he's been in the NBA like 6-7 years, and it's like, or 6 years or something like that. And people still questioning, can he play because he's on a new team? So he's trying to show certain things. He just it's like the Quentin Grimes thing a little bit. You got to slow down a little bit because he shouldn't be missing these layups, man. He does a nice move, a little jelly up and under, and he shouldn't be missing these type of, it's just the focus and it's going too fast. But let me tell you guys, when he puts it all together, when you see the defense, the ancillary stats types thing that I love to say, the shooting and the layup package working the way it's supposed to, I think you're going to fall in love with Dante, but he just hasn't shown it all in one game yet. It's game 2, guys. Game 2. Just give him some time. That's all I'm saying. What's your thoughts? Let me start with Double A. What's your thoughts on Dante?
He's a baller, man. He's going to show out. And like I said, it's an adjustment period. You're playing with, he's not on the floor with Jalen. He's comfortable, I guess, with Jalen. But, I mean, it's the first time playing with these other guys. Not to change the subject, but the guy that looks out of place is Hart. That power forward thing ain't working out too good for him, I don't think. It's taking him out of his game. That's not who he is, man,
Yeah, that's listen. you ain't. I don't know.
Didn't mean to change the subject, but that's
No. It's true. I didn't want to. I don't want to. Make too big of a deal on it yet. But it was on the back of my mind. I'm watching. I'm seeing. I hear what you're saying. Double A. Shao, what you think about Dante right now? How do you feel about him?
It's just an adjustment period. I was at the first game, man. I was looking at the big screen when they announced his name, the first game in Madison Square Garden, and the way he looked around and stargazed. Usually in Golden State, and I'm not saying I haven't been to a Golden State game, but you probably have 13,000 people there in the beginning of the game. It probably fills up by the end of the first quarter, second quarter, and at the start of the game at the Garden, it was like 18,000 people there. And I mean, it was almost at capacity already. When me and Divine got in the building, it was already, everybody's seats was already filled out. So him hearing the emphasis from the crowd, I think overwhelmed. I don't want to say overwhelmed him, but I know he looked around, looking at him on the big. He looked around. He was like, "Wow, I'm in the Garden. Hey, it's electrifying." We up at 18,000, probably already in there before the game even started. And I think he'll take his time to chip his way into the lineup, chip his way into make like last night. He's very aggressive going through screens. He's a pretty decent defender and can shoot the lights out. So it's something that he has to, get incorporated into the second unit. And he's coming off the bench now, really, into the second unit. He's probably like the 7th, 8th man coming off the bench and stuff like that. So it's going to take him some time to fill in that role, but I think he's going to be here, and I think we're going to have some great things for him in that second unit with Dante on that crew. And yesterday they did a little different thing than they did the first game. It looked like Dante played the point, and IQ was playing the 2 guard. The first game, it was more like IQ played the point, and he was playing the 2 guard. So that's a little change that'll work itself out as the season go on, and see who is going to be that guy that gets the pass to somebody, or who's going to be the shooter. More likely, he's going to be IQ coming to being the 6th man, but being the shooter. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't see Josh Hart being that power forward, man. Tibbs has been doing this thing. Maybe it's just me watching just these 2 games, but he substitutes RJ out at 6 minutes or so. And in the beginning or towards the end of the quarter, he puts RJ back in for Randall. So I don't see Josh Hart is looking more like a small forward substituting for RJ than he is per se saying being the 4 for Randall. To me, anyway.
No, I mean, you may be right. I don't know. I'm not. I gotta start. Usually I try to, and I'm probably gonna try at least to watch a little of it today. I try to watch the games twice. And so after I'm done here, in between, no, I don't know. Nah, no, it's too nice outside. I can't do it. Not today. Sorry.
It's nice outside.
But I usually try to watch. So I'm maybe tomorrow, whatever. I'll maybe watch a little of this past game back, and then I'm definitely gonna watch the New Orleans game back.
Watch around 5-6 minutes in the game. RJ comes out, and he's the first man when IQ comes back in for the second unit to take, and RJ goes. And Randall goes out. Randall usually plays almost the first full quarters. The first quarter, he usually played the full 12, almost 12 minutes. But around 11 minutes, and Randall comes out now, and RJ comes back in to play with that second unit as the power forward, with IQ coming off, taking out for Brunson.
Yeah, I mean, and you can do something like that with a team like Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta don't have they
real big.
They know, yeah. So that it maybe we got to see as it goes, depending on these teams. Like New Orleans might be a little bit of a problem with Zion out there healthy, and I don't know. We'll see.
Celtics, he was guarding Horford.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like Horford's limited offensively. He shoot that corner 3, but you ain't got to worry about Horford taking you off the dribble and getting to the rim. Maybe he'll try it once, but he ain't gonna do that consistently. He older, he a crafty veteran. So like it's when we get into these things with dynamic centers and dynamic power forwards that we're gonna get eaten up, man. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how they do it. I'm not loving it. I tell you that. I am not loving it.
See, I like Hart when he's freelancing. You know what I mean? When he's playing back up forward, he's down there. He's getting post up. So, he's not roaming. He's not filling in the passing lanes like he used to, that's his game. You know, that's what made him what he is. You know, and I just think, you know, when he's got to post up and bang with these big boys, you know, that takes away from him, you know, his value anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. And I was just gonna say before we get over to Jay Boogie, like, I'll say it now. I think we're okay, guys. I feel really good about this team. I really do, because not everybody's even clicking yet. And Josh Hart is kind of a non-factor so far. He hasn't even done what Josh Hart does. You see last night, Josh Hart's stat line was 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. He took 1 3, and he was 2 of 4 from the field, but no assists, right? And you might say that's a bad thing. Like, when Josh gets assists, what are we doing? You might look at his rebounds and say he only had 3 rebounds. Josh averaged 7 rebounds per game last season. You know what that tells me? He didn't need to do it. Other people was getting them rebounds before he even got a chance to. That's a great thing. So when we need Josh, he'll be right there. He'll do what we need him to do. I'm feeling good about it. I got to tell you. Jay Boogie.
Those rebounds, I'm sorry, those rebounds that break teams, that's the rebounds we need.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
And his word.
What's your thoughts on Dante?
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. One of my favorite movies is 48 Hours. And when Nick Nolte said to Eddie Murphy, "Hey, why don't you let me get the gun you took off the Indian there?" And Eddie Murphy said, "You don't miss nothing, do you, Jack? You don't miss nothing." And I tell Shy Powers, you don't miss nothing. Because I knew in the fourth quarter, I felt like Tom was trying to work on Donte Fars, him handling the rock in the game. So when Shy Powers was saying that, I'm like, yeah, because Dante was handling that rock and IQ was playing on the wing. I don't know what that was about, or maybe he was trying to switch it up or prepare him or anything, work on the game so far as handling the rock, you know what I'm saying? But Dante has to fit in. He know he has to fit in. And then he's going to start picking his moments and his times as he go back and look at footage and wonder, did I do this? Should I have done this or should I have done that? Should I have been me or did I make the right player just trying to fit in? All that's going to work out in due time with Dante. When you say slow down, Dante needs to slow down a little bit. It's hard to slow down when you're used to playing with ball players that's cutting and they passing the ball on time. And we don't have a cutting and passing the ball type offense. So when Dante is cutting and should be receiving that ball a lot earlier than a lot of times when he's getting the ball, you know what I'm saying? But all that's gonna, work out and play his part, in the future and everything. I like what Dante's doing, but I'm gonna give y'all a little pump your brakes a little bit on Josh Hart. And I'm gonna tell you what I know. If you go back and you look at the game in the fourth quarter when Josh Hart came out that game, if you notice, Josh Hart went straight to the tunnel towards the locker room. And when he went through there, like I said, I'm sitting right there. And Wes had grabbed onto him, said, "You all right?" He told Wes, "Yo, this shit kill it." And Josh is hurt, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know that. That's what's wrong with his game. He don't have his explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? When he's transitioning into offense and all the steals and everything and all the fast break opportunities. If you look at Josh, he wasn't even running at full speed. So something is bothering him. And last night he got exposed when Wes asked him, "What's wrong? You all right?" Because he came straight out of that game and was going straight in the locker room. And he said, "That shit is killing me." Excuse my French, but that's what he told Wes. You know what I'm saying? So something is bothering Josh. I don't know what little nagging injury he has going on. I don't know. It might be a pull, groin, pull, hamstring. I don't know, calf, ankle. It could be anything like that. But it's something that's slowing him down for his athleticism. Maybe it could be some pounding, far as playing power forward, so early in this, you know what I'm saying, from the preseason and early part of this of the season. But he has not really been playing against a power forward that's been pounded, that can pound him from preseason to right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a nagging injury. But we in great position. As long as the team continue on playing together, playing for one another, and being there for one another. I told somebody the other day, I want to see the Knicks. Matter of fact, it was yesterday on the Morning Brew. Shout out to them guys. I want to see the Knicks team start being together like the podcasts. And what I mean by that, we got all our Knick podcasts, But we all there, and we all go to our podcasts. We all support one another's podcast because we want to see our brothers and our teammates and make sure they're getting the proper love and making sure their show is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and supporting somebody else's show like you support your own show. So that's what I feel about the Knicks. I want to see the Knicks players become like the podcasters and start playing for one another and being there for one another and let you know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm highly supportive of what you're doing. And when the team start doing that, that four-letter word team together, everybody always matter, it's going to start playing its part, and it's going to start being out there on the floor when everybody start being there for one another, diving for one another, patting one another on the back, appreciating them. When you're down, they want to pick you up. They want to lift you up. They want to let you know it's going to get better. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? You're being there for your brother. Just like us podcasters, we all there for one another. We got one another's numbers. We know when everybody's going on, and we're making our duty to try to go to all the different type podcasts, especially when our shows is not going on. We go support somebody else's show. That's what I want for the Knicks, man. Be a podcast family and support your teammate and be there for him like you want somebody to be there for you.
Right. 100%. I'm with you on that. And once again, thank you guys here. Appreciate all y'all, man. I love, I say this all the time to my family and stuff. I love being able to come on and have this show and chop it up with people on Saturdays and throughout the week. Being able to chop it up with John and Jose and do our shows. I just enjoy it, man. It really makes me feel good. Like I feel like I'm like you always wonder, like, what am I adding to this world? Like what completes me? I feel good about this stuff. So, and you guys make it that much better for me. So I appreciate everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat who supports. So, but that being said, you could also support by smash that like button, please.
Smash that.
Yeah, man. I need it, man. I need it. And let me do my little. Let me get it. We're gonna get into the next topic. And I also want to give my another PSA. I'm full of PSAs today. But once again, everybody should know this. And I know Sim's trying his best to talk about stuff, but he don't want to continue to bring it up. But I'm going to say it once again. Sim's channel, Nothing But Knicks, has been demonetized. Not to get into too much, but basically YouTube has the power. They look at your channel. There's something that they don't think they fits into their guidelines. And you're guilty before proven innocent. Okay? They do what they're going to do. They demonetize you. You can fight for it. You can tell them this, and this. They don't even let you know what you did wrong specifically. They just tell you didn't adhere to the guidelines. So now he's got to struggle to figure out what was done wrong and how he can fix it, because he's got to reapply for monetization 90 days from now in January. You know what that is, to have a channel that, and I'm just saying this, I'm probably saying more than I should, but Sim has been doing his channel for 7 years. And as much as like a lot of new YouTubers like myself that have been doing it, this is year 4. I'm going into year 4. And others have been doing it. He's one of the original people doing it. So his channel actually is done differently. He knows how to do certain things. He's had sponsorships and different things that have happened throughout time. He actually is getting some monetization from his channel. So to take that away is actually affecting someone's livelihood. Even if he has a job and all that other stuff, he was actually making some decent money. So for us, if it happens to me today, I'm gonna be like, look, it is what it is. I made a couple dollars last week. I mean, what am I gonna do? But for someone like Sim, it actually matters. So please support him if you can. I know he puts up his Cash App, his PayPal, whatever you can, just to help him kind of stay afloat and do what he's got to do until he can get his monetization back, because that's not even a guarantee. He's got to reapply and hope that they give him his channel monetization back the way it was. So it is what it is. But I made a little comment to people on the Morning Brew Sports Show yesterday, and this is a shout to the content creators like myself, even to Sha Money and Divine. Listen, just pay attention to your channels. Take a look. I know it's boring. Nobody likes to read through a whole bunch of stuff, but take a look at the YouTube guidelines and just see if there's anything that you may have done in the past or that's on your channel that they wouldn't like. And that's it. And if you do have something like that, take it down and just don't do it in the future, because they may not get you today, but they can get you tomorrow. So that's it. So I just want to put that out there, because we all got to be mindful of YouTube, man, because they do things and they don't ask no questions later. They just do it. So, all right. Now that being said, where is my next topic? Here we go. Yeah, man. This one is the one. This is the one, folks. You know, I hope you guys understand that this is still early in the season, okay? So don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. This is the one that everybody is talking about, folks. And I personally, you guys already know my opinion about it. I've been saying this for a minute. I already said I think that this will be RJ's best season as a Knick. But I'm also not ready to jump out the window, okay? So you will not see any of this from me, okay?
Let's see if I know the ledge.
I'm not ready to do that. I'm going to give RJ what I think he needs, a nice little 5 to 10 game stretch, and see if he continues to keep, because it's always when you make a concerted effort to do something new, it's not easy, but you know, you're fighting for, like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and try this. It's also about the competition. You know, Boston was a nice test early, Atlanta not so much. Tonight may be another really good test for them, but as we get into the Cleveland games and all this, we'll see if RJ can keep it up. But anyway, let me start in reverse order this time. Jay Boogie, your thoughts on RJ? Is he evolving in year number 5? Is he finally getting it? Is he understanding that he can do other things out there that make him more valuable to the team, more efficient, knocking down them twos, passing the ball, supporting your teammates, playing a little better defense, you know, not taking as many threes, you know, different things. What's your thoughts on RJ?
I'm going on the 14th floor, Coney Island building. I used to live there. I used to live in Coney Island. I went to PS 288. 14th floor, I'm raising the window, I'm jumping all the way out at first. I'm riding with RJ. And the reason why I'm riding with RJ is because I was watching podcast with Steven Jackson. And he was talking how Stephen Smith gave him the game. When he went to San Antonio, he took him up under his wing, you know what I'm saying, showed him how to dress differently and everything, because how he was dressing, you know, it wasn't fit and everything. So he changed his game and everything. He said Steve Smith took him up under his wing and showed him his life. He said, but the most important thing he got from Steve Smith, when you get that check, the very next day after you get that check, that's your day to start preparing yourself to get the next check. RJ don't heard all the whispers and all the say-so, you know what I'm saying, all over the place. Was he worth it? Is he going to meet his money and all that? RJ needs another check. And I believe RJ is getting ready to do any and everything it takes for his game. And when was the last time we seen RJ get off to a fast start? RJ is on his game. He has had time to pretty much work out on his game this all season. You know, he's feeling good. He played in the Olympics. He got a bronze. He got a little bragging rights inside the locker room. RJ knows that outside of Mitch being on his team, I'm the number 2 person on this team. It's Mitch and me. We've been on the New York Knicks longer than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So RJ knows that this is my time right now to start letting everybody know that, okay, whatever happened in the past is not getting ready to happen anymore. I'm getting ready to take off. And RJ is looking good out there. RJ is playing, he's balling, and mistakes and things that RJ is having right now is not out of control. RJ, like you have seen RJ go 1-on-3 and out of control and everything. RJ little small things that he has going on right now in errors of the game is because he's trying to create or do something, you know what I'm saying, as far as either a pass or something. It's not the out of control RJ, and I like the RJ that's going on right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he got to do. RJ realized you got all these names, Tattoo, I'm him, Broadway, Barrett, you know what I'm saying, Baby Boy, Keith Sweat, all these 9 guard, you know, all these names. RJ knows that right now I have to let it be known right now that I'm here. And that check that I got ain't gonna have nothing to do with the check I'm trying to pursue. And if RJ takes off and does what he's supposed to do, Lord knows where we're at. Lord knows we're gonna be in a better position because that means he got it. He got it. So I'm riding with RJ. I'm jumping all the way out of the 14th window. I'm gonna hit the ground like a radiator. You know how y'all do it in Brooklyn. God almighty. They say when you're in Brooklyn, make sure you walk with your head up. You don't know what they're getting ready to throw out. Man, everybody in a brownstone out there, they live in the buildings. Yeah, man, I'm riding with RJ, man. All year long, I'm riding with the Knicks. I'm riding with the whole team. I'm riding with anything that's orange and blue. Except for the Denver Broncos and Auburn Tigers.
Oh man, listen, you know, I can't argue with that, Jay Boogie. I'm with you on that. Listen, I agree. Look, as I said, I'm just trying. I'm personally, just me, because I said I'm putting a lot on RJ, putting a lot of weight on his shoulders by what I'm saying about him. How I've already said this is going to be his best year in the NBA, his best year as a Knick, and I also said that if he doesn't have a good year, I'm just repeating it. If he doesn't have a good year this year, he's not going to be a Knick next year. That's my opinion. But I don't expect him to not be a Knick next year because I expect him to have a good year. So, you know, but I'm just saying, if I'm going to put that out there, I got to give him a nice body of time to prove me right or wrong. So I don't want to jump out the window yet. Because if he goes into tonight and he's 2 for 18 or something, John Stark's like, we're going to be right back to same old RJ. So I'm going to give him some time, let him do what he got to do.
And then Ron, one more thing real quick. Yo, the number 1 defensive player or the number 2 defensive player on the other teams are not checking RJ.
True.
He's getting 3rd or 4th defensive best starter on their team. And then you're no longer checking the number 1 offensive player on the other team no more. That's blind spot. So why not cook RJ? Why not? Why not cook that dude that's in front? Why not, you know, shut that dude down because you're not checking the number 1 offensive player no more? You know what I'm saying? Unless they got double wing guys, you know, sometimes I guess when you play somebody like Phoenix or play somebody like Boston and stuff like that. But you got to cook, especially when you come down court and what Trae Young is in front of me, I'm killing him. Kill him.
Right.
Yeah, everybody else is on Julius and Brunson. Crush, RJ. Crush.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's true. Actually, you know what? And that's one of those other things, just real quick. The fact that the Knicks have Josh Hart here now, you know, you already know Grimes takes care of the best player on the opposing team. Then you got Quickly who comes in the bench with the bench mob, and he's taking care of who he's taking care of. DiVincenzo's checking up. This is all less people that RJ's got to worry about. So he should be able to eat. It's true. He should be able to get busy. That's a good point, Jay Boogie. Before I get over to Shah, I just want to read this super chat from Parrish. Parrish, once again, thank you for the generous super chat. He said, hope these podcasters aren't getting in trouble lately by discouraging super chats, being that YouTube keeps too much, Ron. Not smart. You may want to say something. I mean, listen, I don't think, I mean, from what I've known and from what I've been watching, the only people that are starting to speak out about super chats and how you should give to Cash App or PayPal or anything like that is people who have been directly affected by what YouTube is trying to do. In this case, Sim is saying, you know, give to his PayPal or his Cash App because he can't monetize any other way. So that's why he's doing this right now, right? But then you got other places, other people that are asking for the super chats because they don't care. I mean, I don't want to get into people's business, but you know, there's some shows out there that they get super chats like it's going out of style. they won't even read comments if it's not attached to a super chat, and they can do that because their people are providing in that way. It's all different. It's all different. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. And then shout out to my guy. You know what? Let me shoot him some love and some bail too. These World of Hoops. You know, These World of Hoops already met all the thresholds for being a YouTuber, getting monetized and everything, but he's not monetized because he has stuff in his videos, highlights and stuff. You know, you guys love how D breaks down stuff with the highlights. YouTube don't like it. And because YouTube don't like it, they didn't approve him to be monetized. So when you see him asking for cash apps and stuff like that, that's the only way you can send him money. So for him, he's one of those people that'll say it, and he deserves to say it because YouTube's not rocking with him that way because he's giving us good content. If you guys look, you notice that I'm putting up titles, and I may put up some pictures, I may put up some stats or stuff, do some graphics. You don't see me playing highlight videos, right? Because YouTube doesn't make it easy for a content creator to support their channel and make it a good experience for the viewer. So I'm just not going to put up highlights. So you can't get me on something because it's not fair to me and it's not fair to the people to watch the show. So that's what's going on, Parrish. In a nutshell, to everybody, that's what's happening right now. YouTube is cracking down and they're making it really difficult for us to put on a really good show for you guys because they have their guidelines. So it is what it is. Sorry, I said too much. If you don't see me tomorrow, you know what happened. YouTube got me. So anyway, Sha, what's your thoughts on RJ? Is he evolving in year 5? Is he finally there? Is he getting it right? Do you feel confident that he's turned the page? What's your thoughts?
Well, as the end of last season in the playoffs, RJ started playing a little bit better. And after these 2 games that we have seen from him so far, he's looking like he's a change play. He's not rushing his shot. He's slowed down with taking as many threes. He's trying to pass the ball. And even in a conversation that he had with Monica McNutt yesterday, he said that the one thing that for that game yesterday, he said he wants to rebound the basketball a little better. If we get all these accolades from RJ, a better percentage, like he shot yesterday, 9 for 14, shooting a 3 about 37% right now in these last 2 games, hitting his free throws, he's about 84, 86%, something like 84, 86% from his free throws right now. These are the things that we've been hoping to see from RJ 3 years ago. And it's slowly starting to chip away. You know what I mean? He's getting a little older. He looks a little more mature in the face. He's starting to get the calls from the referees. Not as many as we need him to get. Not as many as the Knicks fan sees that he thinks he should get. But he's getting to the line a lot. You know what I mean? Every game, about 6-7 times a night. Is he changing? Yes, and he's changing in a good way. And I hope that he continues to elevate his game, continue to look, pay attention. It seems like the game for him is slowing down a little bit more. He's starting to do things different than he did last year. He's starting to look for people on the cut. He's starting to, lob the ball. Well, he always did it with Mitch, but he's starting to lob the ball to Mitch a little bit more. He's starting to take the secondary stuff that we take advantage of, that we don't talk about. He's assisting the basketball more. He's starting to score the basketball a little bit more. And he's in the passing lane. He's starting to move his feet and his hips a lot better on defense. Not the best, but getting better. So with all those things, to taking the, put in a capsule. Yes, RJ is starting to turn towards the way that, as a Knicks fan, we have talked about him for the last 3 years that we wanted to see from him. And he's slowly chipping away as he gets his percentage better, as he gets his 3-point shot better, and as he gets his free throw shot better. We will see an evolution of RJ Barrett. Yes.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I think that's true. I think that is exactly what's happening. Just got to give him time, man. Yep. RJ is a young man still, who's still 23. Learning how to. Yeah, he's still learning how to do it. It is what it is, man. We want him to be a little bit more skilled, a little bit better at understanding what he needs to do out here. But it just takes some time. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm getting a little feedback. It might be on your end, Double A.
Man, I'm not saying nothing.
No, but sometimes that's how it is because it picks up what you're hearing, so it gives like a little bit of an audio feedback. So I guess just mute when you're not talking, so maybe it'll go away. Well, I'm about to come to you in a minute anyway, so
All right.
I'll mute it for now. All right.
Double A got that computer love going on.
Okay, I don't hear it now. All right, so but hold on, be prepared to unmute in like a minute. What I was gonna read something here. Read a couple more of these super chats. Hold on one second. First off, shout out to Danny Landis. What's going on, Danny? Appreciate you. Good to see you, bro. We surveyed 100 people in the building. Salute. What's good? Hope you're doing well. King Ribby in the building. Salute, King Ribby. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. All right. I think I got. If I missed anybody, please, you know what I mean. It's not for lack of trying. I'm sorry. But shout out to everybody who may have joined. Smash that like button, please. I think we got 61 people watching right now. And let me see where we at on the likes. We got 39 likes. So please, if you haven't smashed that like button, please do. I appreciate it. It helps the show. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Knicks are nice. Appreciate that, Pudge. He said, pay the real podcasters. I appreciate that, bro. Definitely do. Paris Douglas says, bro, Ron, others have done it. It made me slow down with them. So what are you saying? Like people are just discouraging the super chats? Now, I'm just asking this for Paris with regards to super chats. Do you prefer doing, if you want to contribute, you prefer doing a super chat because it makes it more convenient for you, or is just you like giving super chats? Are you opposed to doing a Cash App or something like that? Maybe you don't use Cash App. I don't know. I'm just asking so I can know. It better helps me if I have to, put something out there for other people. I just like to know what makes sense. But let me read your generous super chat. He said, 50 cent of something beats a whole lot of nothing. I hear you on that, brother. I thank you once again, Parrish. Appreciate you. Boulevard, thank you, my brother. He says, and thank you for your generous super chat. He says, we support NBK, still KnicksFanTv. We are one. 100%, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Paris says, thank you once again. He says, others have been doing it a lot. Not Sim, though, Ron. No, I hear you, because Sim just started even mentioning this. But yeah, because this just happened. And it affects a lot, man. It affects a lot. We were supposed to do our show. I mean, you guys don't know this, but I recorded 2 shows back to back 3 weeks ago. Because last Thursday, I knew that I was going to be stuck at work in a meeting. So I recorded the show, pre-recorded it, so I can upload it through Sim's channel on Thursday. But this whole thing hit on Wednesday. He got demonetized because of certain things. And in this show, I have music videos and stuff for the guest, because this guest is an artist and he actually has a music video. I can't put the video out. So now I got to go back and edit. When I get out of this show, I got to edit what I already had. This is an hour and 45 minutes of video. I got to edit that out and put something else in, or figure something, maybe cut it up so that we can put the show back up. Because not only am I doing a disservice to someone who may want to watch it, I'm doing the disservice to the artist that gave his time, an hour and 45 minutes of his time, so that we could put it up. And he's got a new book that just came out, and he's got a new album that just came out. And this is all helping with the promotion of that. And I already agreed to help with that, and I'm not doing it. So yeah, it's dumbness. It's all ridiculous, man. But hopefully I'll get that edited, and then we can air that on NBK maybe later tonight or tomorrow or whatever. Or we'll do it as a premiere or something, because this is crazy. All right, but anyway, that's a mouthful. Yeah. So let me get over to Double A. Double A. Hopefully you can unmute yourself. What's your thoughts on RJ? Is he evolving in year 5?
Just for me, I put a earphone on, so that should take care of the feedback.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
That's the key that helps.
Okay. Yeah, my feeling about RJ is same. I mean, he's young, man. I mean, the guy was a one and done. I mean, actually last year would it be wrong? He would have been a senior or graduating college or whatever. He'd been finished 4 years. But anyway, he 1 year, he was one and done. So I mean, he came into the league, 19 years old, a baby, you know what I mean? So I just think I don't see how he's done so bad that he gets so much criticism. I mean, the kid has been his scoring. I mean, last year his scoring went down a little bit, but that was justified. I mean, you add a shoot first point guard, that's going to affect things. You know what I mean? But I think he's starting to find where he fits in on the offense. I mean, his thing. I see his game more in the lines of DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? Where he's more mid-level and in, where he's attacking the basket. And I always felt what RJ was missing was a short little pull-up, and I see him using it a lot more, where he's faking it. Sometimes he's going all the way to the hoop. Sometimes he's stopping short, and that keeps the defense off balance because, they don't know whether to play you that you're coming all the way to the rim or you're going to pull up. And that's helped, especially he doesn't have the lift that some players have, they can jump over 2 or 3 guys and get to the rim. So that's important to him. And then hitting his free throws, man, it helps. If you get 7, 8 free throws, it don't make no never mind if you don't hit them. You know what I mean? And he's hitting his free throws. So I expected him to do well. I was on board with what you said, Ron, in the beginning of the season. I felt this year was going to be a big year for him. I just see the confidence that he gained from the playoffs, playing well in the playoffs. That's what people don't give him credit for, man. RJ played his butt off in the playoffs for us. You know what I mean? And there's some other players that get, the hoopla that didn't show up for the playoffs. But RJ did. And I just think the FIBA, the Olympic, training and all that has done wonders for him. And I just see great things for him. I don't think this 24 points a game is an illusion, is a mirage. I think this is what's going to be, especially if he keeps hitting those free throws.
Yeah. I mean, listen, isn't it interesting? Something seems so simple, but to a player who doesn't necessarily have the right direction to understand how he can make this happen in a certain way. I'm not going to point to coaching, but I will say coaching has something to do with it. You got to give people the right information. You got to allow them to understand when they're making mistakes and picking up bad habits. So it's all inclusive. Isn't it interesting that we watched RJ for 2 seasons try to get 20 points per game, like struggle, take all these bad shots, but just keep shooting to try to hit that number. And he was even letting us know he was trying to average 20 points per game. And he did it in the most inefficient ways, right? And Tibbs was giving both Randall and RJ the green light in the fourth quarter, kind of stat pad and stuff like that, right? And then also get that push for the All-Star, like for Julius and stuff like that. And then look this year, he's taking better shots, moving the ball, believing in his teammates, and he's averaging 24 points per game easily.
Facts.
He's not struggling I think that's just really interesting to show you that if you do things the right way, you can get exactly what you were expecting, and it looks better to everybody. This is why I think RJ was so underappreciated by his peers and the NBA, because the way RJ does things just looked difficult. It looks slow, and it just wasn't efficient. Now the way he's doing things, if he continues to do this in this way, and I'm not saying for certain because people get snubbed all the time. Booker got snubbed multiple times, but if he continues to play like this, RJ will be considered for becoming an all-star. There's no way around it because it's just too good of you're playing too good of basketball, being efficient, scoring good numbers at a high clip, passing the ball, being a little bit better on defense. The league will recognize it, whether or not he gets the All-Star or not. But the point of just even being nominated is a step in an incredible, direction for him. And he'll be put back on those stupid lists that I don't really care about, but they'll put him on the list. So that's how it is.
And what Boogie said, Boogie made a big point too. You know what I mean? He should see who's in front of him. Cook him, man. Cook that guy. He can't hang with you. Cook him. RJ is a big boy, man. You know,
Right.
he ain't no small guy, man. And he start getting that man strength, man. I see it. You know. So like Boogie said, you got that guy at third string on, you cook him, man. You know.
Yeah, but y'all are funny in the chat. Talking about what happened at Legends the other day. Oh man, that was funny. That that person came out of nowhere. Was not expecting that. You see, I went straight to the sanitizer. I don't play around, man. I don't know where you been. Coming at me, giving me the dap and everything. I don't know. You loose out there with that. I don't know. I'm cool. That
It
was
said
funny.
you was out there wild and run.
Yeah, that was wild, man. It was, listen, when you put a couple drinks in the system, ain't no telling. Oh, wait, you know the rest of that song. My bad, Jay. Anyway, that's a Jay-Z lyric for those young whippersnappers who may not know. Anyway. Yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah, I hear you, Paris, and thank you for clarifying that. He said us 60-year-olds and older aren't doing the 50 ways to donate or pay things. We keep it simple for ourselves. I hear you. So I think none of the community that you guys rock with want to discourage you. But it's just that's what it is. There's always a little bit more to the story. So, like in the case of D, he can't get super chats. Okay, so you know that. This is not that he don't want them; he can't get them. In the case of Sim, right now, he can't get them because you already know what's going on. So anybody else outside of that, I can't speak to that. That's their own thing, and they're allowed to do whatever they want. But I'm just telling you that's what's going on with that. Without, I don't want to share people's business, but I think that's like public knowledge type stuff that people could find out if they really wanted to. But yeah, so and Knicks 100, I see you. I ain't gonna comment on certain things, but some of that's true, some of it not so much. But part of that is true, what you're saying in the chat. But even in that, let you know that John and I chose to do what we did, and that was on us. No one really stopped us from doing anything. We just thought, because we're not going to be fighting with other people to do what we were already doing. So we made our change on our own. But yes, it was because someone else infringed on that. So it is what it is. Okay, I'm done. Back to the Knicks. So yeah, I think we should be prepared to see some really good things from RJ for the rest of this year. I hope he can keep it up. And I'm expecting him to play like this a lot of the year. I don't know if he can do it consistently every game. We hope he can. But even if he doesn't, listen, no one says RJ is going to be perfect overnight. If you go from being an inconsistent player for 4 years of your NBA career, and then all of a sudden he's consistent every night, let's be realistic, guys. There's going to be some inconsistencies that pop up, but we just hope it's not as bad as it's been in the past. He can be inconsistent. Nobody's perfect, so it's okay. Just know that there's going to be a day that comes along where you're going to see RJ and he's going to struggle. That's the NBA. That's life. Just don't put too much on him. Let's give him a shot to see what he does in the following game, to see if he can get it back. So let's give it some time. CAA Mafia is in the building. Salute. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. So speaking of the Knicks, when it comes to the game, box score again, just want to say this back to RJ and his consistency: 26 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 for 5 from 3, 60%, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 83%, 9 of 15 from the field, 60%. You want to bottle this game and put it out there every single night. I mean, come on.
That's it, man. That's it. You take 15 shots and you score 24, man. You're doing work, And that's what we're looking for.
About, man.
That's what we're looking for.
This might be one of the best RJ. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best. Might be one of the best RJ games I've ever seen, as far as him being very efficient and contributing in other ways. So take it for what it is.
Hey, quick question. Did RJ take over the Obi leak out, throw it to me last night?
Yeah, it was nice to see. And Randall was finding him. That was really nice to see. Randall, speaking of Randall, I mean, listen, Julius was, he was a big part of a lot of things. And that's why some people think that he might have been the player of the game, because his passes led to a lot of Knicks scoring. He made some really good passes. He threw it to RJ on the break twice, I think. 17 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 of 7 from 3, 42%, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, including 2 really clutch free throws down the stretch, 75% from the free throw line, 4 of 10 from the field, 40%, which is not that great. But as I was saying on NBK on the post game last night, his 4 of 10 tonight looked a lot better than his 4 of whatever it was the game before against Boston. I think it was like 4 of 16 or whatever. I don't know. It was something bad. It was worse. So this looked a lot better, and to me, it's a better all-around game from Julius. So
it always looked better when you do it when the game's on the line, when it matters the most. He got them buckets when we needed buckets. When we going back and forth with them late in the fourth quarter, he closed that game out.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sherwin earlier. I saw what you put. I didn't highlight it, but Atlanta is not a good team, he mentioned. He said, Ron, I get it. But guess what? You don't want to lose to them either. So the key is to get that W. We played a lot of good teams in the past that weren't good teams. We thought we were better than them, and we caught some L's. So we gotta win them games. We can't be, can't look at it and say too much, because Atlanta has some things they gotta work through. But I took a look at the Boston game again, and Boston is a good team, and the Knicks were doing similar stuff to Boston as well. So you're not really going too crazy if you say there's certain things that you see with the Knicks that you like, and can they repeat that stuff? Well, they've had 2 games against subpar competition and against stellar competition, and they did it in both games. So give them some credit for now, and let's see if they can keep it up.
But I don't see how somebody could say Atlanta is not a good team. I mean, they got good ball players on that team. Trae Young is a good ball player. Delonte Murray is a good ball player. Hunter is a good ball player. Capella's a good ball player. I mean, where is this? They're not a good team coming from. Plus, it's not easy. It's not easy going in opening night on a team's home floor and going in and getting a W. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Right. I think it's probably stemming from last year and how they were underachieving. Like they're a year removed from being a playoff team and kind of making a nice little run of it. And I think maybe last year kind of showed that they have a similar roster to what they have out there now. They haven't made a lot of improvements, and they struggled last year, and it doesn't look like maybe to Sherwin or others as well that they're going to be a good team when it's all said and done in the league, because there's other teams in the East that on paper look better than them. I don't know. Maybe that's what he means. We'll see.
Well, they got a new coach. They got a new coach. I'm sorry, Book. They got a new coach, got a good new coach. And I mean, I don't see them as a bad team. I don't.
I hear you. What are you going to say, Book?
When you're in the bottom of the barrel, because that's where we was 2 years ago. When you're in the bottom of the barrel, you have to beat the teams that's in the bottom of the barrel with you so you can get away from the bottom of the barrel. Then when it comes to the middle of the pack, you have to pull up on them teams that's in the middle so you can replace them. Atlanta is one of the teams that was in the middle that we pulled up on and replaced them. And now that we don't replace them, you still have to keep that lid closed on them and don't allow them to come back up and pass you again. So Atlanta is one of them teams that we took a spot from, and we don't need to let them get that spot back. We need to continue on focusing on the bigger teams, which is Milwaukee, Boston. Miami, I think we got it for Miami. Just like when we lost to Atlanta in the playoffs, we couldn't wait to the rest of the season to see Miami. But Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, those teams right there, those are the teams I'm after. I hope everybody else is wanting to be after them too. But the other teams, I feel like we're better than them teams. We can beat them teams. We already was beating them teams. And if we was beating them, we do not need to start losing back to them. I think we got Cleveland and Atlanta and all that there, Chicago and all that. Keep continuing pulling up. I need to see somewhere around 3 and 4 at the end of this season. 3 and 4 somewhere. I need to be there. That's where I'm at.
Mm.
If I'm the 3, I need to be at home, opening up against the 6. If I'm the 4, I need to be at home, opening against the 5. But that 1, 2 up there, I'm pulling up on them. Keep your foot down on the neck of them teams that we already climbing over, and don't let them back up no more. That's what we
Right.
did to them.
Yeah, that's facts, J Boogie. I'm with you on that. Let me ask you guys this: the Knicks defense. Now, listen, I'm happy that the Knicks caught the victory. Oh, wait, before I get into this, hold on. I did want to say one thing, because I've said 2 things before about Atlanta, but the most recent thing I said, one of the biggest mistakes they made, I felt, was trading Luka for Trae Young on draft night. They made another mistake, in my opinion. I don't like the fact that they acquired DeJounte Murray. I don't think that was the type of move that team needed. I think it just doesn't, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't like it. I think DeJounte needs to be running whatever team he's on. He needs to be running that team. Trae Young, whatever team he's on, Rayford needs to be running that team. He's good enough offensive player that he can score. He's a good enough playmaker that he can get high level assists. I think he led the league in assists last year, or if not, he was number 2. Like, Trae gets 10 assists a game. I don't see DeJounte being the right. That's another move that I think was the wrong move. They're a team that needed a Zach LaVine or a Donovan Mitchell at their 2. They didn't need a DeJounte Murray, my opinion. So I think it's also the way they do things. I don't necessarily love that style of thinking, but whatever. That's their problem. I'm a Knick fan. Got to worry about the Knicks. Back to that. Knicks defense. Are you guys concerned at all about the Knicks defense? We were praising them for not playing the greatest game offensively, top 2 players struggling, not knocking down their free throws, and being close with Boston, even being up with 3 minutes left in the game and having the chance to win, and keeping Boston to a low number of points that was respective. But then we go out and we play Atlanta, who some say is not a good team, and they gave up 120 points to Atlanta. So what's your thoughts on the Knicks defense? I'll start with you, Shah.
Well, I see a couple of different lineups that Tim puts out there for defense. That second unit with DiVincenzo, with iHeart, IQ, J Hart, and RJ is a different structure to what we used to. We also seen a blend of IQ, Brunson, and Grimes. 3 guys that can, they underestimate the defense of Brunson. Brunson stays in front of his man pretty well for me. Where he gets beat at is when he has a bigger guard that gets past him. Once he gets past him, he can't do much with him. But overall, he does stay in front of your man defense. He goes through screens pretty hard and stuff like that. So overall, the defense is coming around, and it's going to get better. The more they work at it, the more they play games, I think that they're going to get better at what they do. But for right now, they're playing, both games were pretty high scoring games, but in different stretches, they played defense when they needed to. When they needed to come back against Boston when they were down 12, they played great defense. That was one of the games that we were wondering why RJ sat the bench for so long, because of that second unit was coming out there and they got us back into the game. So the defense is going to get better as the time goes on, as Tom Thibodeau started allocating those minutes to certain players. And, we got a good group of guys, even though they're small in stature, they got big hearts. They play great defense. The IQs, the DiVincenzos, the Quentin Grimes, even now to put in the mention RJ. RJ, the last only 2 games, but he's looked better moving his feet, moving his hips with the way he's defending himself against playing defense. So I think we just got sky's the limit. This team, Tibbs has a team where he has Mitchell Robinson out there with Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, and DiVincenzo with Brunson. He could do so many things with this lineup where he can, if he really needs to put a clamp down on the team, he can do. So I think we got a good outlook of what can come from the Knicks this year from a defensive stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I rock with that. Double A, what's your thoughts? How you feel about the Knicks defense?
Our Achilles heel, perimeter defense. It's still
Perimeter
bad.
defense, yeah, that's bad.
It's really bad, and also a habit of not getting back on defense.
That was
Not
bad.
getting back, not hustling back on defense. These are things, and I mean, these are things I don't think you can turn on and turn off. You know what I mean? It's just things that you have to really stay up on. And what you were saying, brother, about having a heart and having the desire. Sometimes that gets overwhelmed, man, when you got a guy with 4 or 5 inch height advantage over you, like that Boston game. If you look, man, they were just shooting right over us. You know what I mean?
They're a heavy 3-point shooting team anyway. That's why our perimeter defense against them was bad. They shoot about 63 pointers a game, man. They don't play with 3-pointers.
Not only that, but even Mitch looked small out there when he was trying to guard Porzingis out there. 7-3 over whatever. But it looks like everybody was just easy for them to shoot over, and not to get away from the defensive part about it, but that's one thing I think was hurting Brunson too, and that Boston game was having to shoot over these guys, taller guys, and that hurt him in that game. But as far as our defense, I mean, our perimeter defense still needs to tighten up. And the thing is will Tibbs have the courage to bench the guys he needs to bring them guys in that are playing, that tough D.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. We got to see. I mean, it's a feeling out period. For I don't know. Maybe I think. Double A, I think maybe your headphone maybe disconnected because now I hear the different audio. Oh, you're muted again, but I hear you. I know you're trying to do something over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip out anyway, Ron. I think my thing is starting to wear down. But fellas, great, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for allowing me to be in here and speak my piece. Book, much love, man. Like I said, I'm waiting for your song to replace that Friday night song, man. Get them on out of here, man. That thing gives me heartburn every time I hear it. It gives me heartburn.
It's hard to replace. It's hard to replace that. That one thing about the Knicks, they into like buying your music, the whole thing, the publishing, the productions, and everything. So if they already own that song. That's not his song no more. You know what I'm saying? Like when I did the anthem, they brought the whole thing. But that's why I made that song as if like any year we make it into the playoffs. That's why I made it like that.
Right.
So
right. That should be our Friday night song.
So yeah, man. But I got some things on the way coming. I had to get over at home a little bit. I had some issues going on with the family. My brother, you know what I'm saying, fight for his life. So it put a little pause and everything. But trust me, when I let them off, they get ready to come off now. I got some heat now. It's coming.
Okay. And the last thing I wanted to say, Ron, and this is off topic, man, this Dwight Howard thing. As a believer, the thing I'm saying, he came out saying, how everybody's in his business and everybody's, talking about what he's doing and all that. Here's my thing, brother. If you're going to portray yourself a certain way, and if your stuff is going to be out on the street, yeah, they're going to talk about you, man. I mean, this is a man that professes faith, walking around with a Bible all the time and all that. So, yeah, man, when you they're gonna hold you to them standards, man, and then if anything comes off the other way, then you're gonna hear it. So that was pretty wild of him, and I guess he was being defensive and all that. But when your stuff is in the news and in legal courts and battle, there's no more privacy. You just gave up your privacy. And I pray for the brother, man, and I hope things work out, whatever, man, because he is a great talent. And I did wonder why he wasn't with the NBA team, because I felt he still had a lot to give, you know what I mean? But circumstances are what they are, man. But peace, fellas. Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
Double A.
you, Double A. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, man. I don't know that Dwight Howard stuff. I ain't touching that. Pause. Anyway, nah, but I will say that I'm hearing. Hold on one second, J Boogie. It might be you on the mute for a second. All right, okay, you good though. Maybe not. Maybe it's Shah. No, Shah's muted. I don't know. So wait, now it went away. Maybe it just took a little minute to go away. Okay, it's cool. It is what it is. Sorry, Double A. It may not have been you, but I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. We'll work it out. We'll work through it. I don't know enough about Dwight Howard and his personal business, and I don't really care. What I will say is, from a lot of stuff, me being as old as I am and being unfortunately paid too much attention to social media and reality TV and all of this stuff, there's been a lot of stuff said about Dwight Howard. I don't care about what's going on with him right now. His proclivities is his proclivities. What I will say is, I don't think Dwight Howard is the best person. You know what I mean? So point blank period, he might not be the best guy. You know what I mean? Whether it be to men, to women, to his, I don't know. I just want to say that he's done a lot of stuff that is not that kosher. He's not the greatest when it comes to some of his actions. So I got no love lost for Dwight Howard. Let him do what he does and put his foot in his mouth. You know, it is what it is. So go ahead, Dwight. Anyway, yeah, shout out to the chat once again. A couple guys that came in before that. I don't know if I was able to shout them out. Cam from the Kickback, I appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. He said, Ron, big salute to you, SKF fam. J Boog in the panel, salute to the chat. Good to be back in the regular season. Let's go Knicks. Exactly. Shout out to Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs in the building. He says the Knicks aren't beating Milwaukee or Boston in a best of 7. That makes this team at best a second round team. You may be right. You may be right. I'm still like, I think the Boston right now, they're not showing it. I think Boston is the best team in the East. Doesn't look that way right now. People are already feeling Milwaukee. They already saw Dame Dollar get his Dame Dollar stuff on. I get it. But I think in the end, Boston is going to show up and they're going to show out. And I think they will be the team to beat in the very end, in my opinion. But as I say that, I also think the Knicks match up better with Boston than they do with Milwaukee. I don't know what it is. I just think the Knicks match up better with Boston. They've always had a good matchup with Boston. You know, these games go back and forth. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And shout out to S&D, the art man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, sorry for being late. Afternoon, guys. Knicks defense is a roller coaster. They just need to focus and treat every possession like the end of the shot clock and guard everyone. Side note, RJ will take a major leap. I hear that. I hear that. Thank you once again for the generous super chat. I appreciate you. And I hope you're right with RJ. I think, well, I'm not hoping. I already kind of said it, so I got to stick to my words. I think he will. And you're right with the defense. The defense don't stop no matter who's out there. The Knicks cannot take possessions off. They have to treat every opponent like they are, have a chance to beat them. And so they got to keep playing everybody the same way. And hopefully that's going to give them that killer type of instinct that they need. I told you before, I noticed the shift last year. They developed it. Those fourth quarters, the Knicks started to clamp down and play a lot better basketball and stop making the mistakes that they did in the past to give those games away. I think that's already there. With the acquisition of Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, they already had that. Now you bring in Dante. Dante's probably around the same way in the way he thinks out there. They'll be okay. They're going to get it right. They just give them a little more time to get more comfortable and really start playing Knick basketball, because that's a thing now, guys. Knick basketball is real. So let's see where it goes. Let me get back down here. I went all the way up. Okay. Shout out to Keith Turner. I think I shouted you out before, Keith, but if I didn't, salute to you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Quiet Money in the building. Salute, Quiet Money. I hope you're doing well. And if there's anybody, like I said before, if there's anybody I missed, by all means, understand it's not for lack of trying. Long Island Sound is in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Whoa. Vaughn Allen said, "What do you think about Giannis saying the Bucks are Dame's team?" That is just something nice to say to the new guy that's on your team that has shown that he is a baller and you really respect his game and want him to feel welcome. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo's team. Bucks, Giannis. Portland, Dame. Okay, so I'm not rocking with that whole now just Dame's here, it's Dame's team. No. He made the fur a lot because he knows Dame has a different type of skill set and can affect things offensively better than he can. Giannis, that's your team, brother. Don't shy away from that. That's your squad. You took them to the championship. You were the MVP. You are the difference maker. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, did I get to Jay Boogie about the defense? Did you talk about the defense?
Nah, I didn't go.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to chime in on the Knicks defense and what you think about it, brother?
Yeah, real quick, man. I like what Giannis is saying. If he's passing it off to Dame, it's okay with that. You know, you got to remember, Dwayne Wade did that with LeBron, and he told him we're not going nowhere until you take over. This is go ahead, dude, do your thing. He realized this man is a complete scorer. He can go off any moment and drop 60, 70 points. That's something what Giannis cannot do. You know, his game doesn't consist of him having an easy 50, 60 points. His game is a on 30 and 40. You know what I'm saying? It's a rough, but, passing it on to Dame, that means he's telling you that I'm getting ready to do other things, more rebounds, more better defense. He's going to, cater to, the more the Dame. So that's scary to me. That's scary. And I do believe Milwaukee is still the best team because Boston is just a perimeter team. When it gets crucial, they can't get it out of the paint. They still want to put up the long trade. They live and die by that stripe. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee can get it in the paint. So I think we're a whole lot closer, like you said, to Boston than what we are to Milwaukee. Milwaukee is still just Milwaukee, man, they just give me fits. But on our defensive tip, as far as with us, with the Knicks, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to stay engaged when you playing in front, you know what I'm saying, and when you got some of the greatest athletes it is in the world in front of you that's capable of doing anything with that basketball. That's all they born and raised and gifted with that. But what I can say is we might lead the league in steals right now. We might lead the league in steals. Last year, we wasn't getting those steals and fast break buckets and getting to that racket. So that's something that's happening in our favor. Then last night, on 4 timeouts, 4 of them, that Atlanta called timeout, Atlanta was 1-3 against us and get buckets, and we was 3-1 against them and get stops. So to me, getting stops at the most crucial point in time of the game is what I need more than anything. Like I said, it's hard to stay engaged for 48 minutes when you haven't been breeded as a defensive player or defensive stopper, you know what I'm saying, throughout your career. We don't have them type guys. They're just learning how to play defense up under a defensive-minded coach. But we can get better, you know what I mean? But until we get better, making sure you get crucial points and time stops during the game when it's really necessary, make sure you do that. Getting back in the game like we played against Boston stops, we've done that. But it's hard to stay engaged to play defense like that a whole game, and in front of some of the greatest athletes. Man, these athletes in the league is great. And I challenge everybody, when you go to some of these games, get down there on the floor and listen to what's going on. Listen to the body contact, the structure of how these bodies is being hit. You know what I'm saying? You hear it. Them bodies, them picks and all that, boom, you hear it, man. So, yeah, it's a physical game out there on that floor, man. But we're going to get better in defense. We might lead the league in steals. I think last night we had 7 or 8, something like that. Turn them in fast break buckets and all that, man. When did the Knicks to do that? So some things don't look as good, but some things has gotten better than what we're looking at.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. That makes a lot of sense. Very true. That's very true. That you just gotta, take the good with the bad and understand that it's gonna work itself out. As time goes on, they're gonna get right. They're gonna be all right. Shout out to the chat once again. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Please smash that like button. If you haven't already, please, hit that like button. Pay attention to this thing. Thank you. And if you guys notice, I put in the chat the Cash App for the show, and this is not for you to feel like you have to give a Cash App donation. This is because Paris said something interesting and it made me think like super chats work for him. So if he wants to donate, it's comfortable. That's how he's set up. Great. But I also know that I remember before when I was talking to somebody, they don't do super chats because they didn't put all their information there. Some people use Cash App and they already have that set up. So for those people who want to donate and have Cash App, by all means, that's the link for the Cash App if that's something you want to do. I just want to make it so that everybody's taken care of. Either way, if you want to donate, I'm not asking for you to donate. That's not what me putting that out there. But I realize I got to just start doing stuff regularly and just have it there. I don't even have to say nothing about it. You see it, you see it. You want to do it, you do it. But that's for those who prefer Cash App, and it's easier for them because people use Cash App in their regular lives for other things. So I just put that out there. That's it. So let me see here. Let me get this off the screen because I think we talked about the defense. And I think now it's time, and I guess to get to the last topic of the show and just basically talk about tonight's game versus the Pelicans. What are our thoughts for tonight's game? Because, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Knicks can do it. But I am a little concerned because we was talking about it on the game post game last night on MBK. There was a lot of huffing and puffing in last night's game on the Knicks end. On both ends, actually. Atlanta was huffing and puffing too, but especially for the Knicks because the Knicks are the one who has to play the back-to-back. So I am a little bit concerned. I would hope that Thibodeau thinks about doing this. Someone said he might. He's probably not going to open up the bench to Jericho Sims and Fournier. I think he should because some of these guys might need a little bit of time. I think it would be smart to start off the game with your normal lineup and maybe take Julius out 2 minutes prior to you normally would, or same thing with Brunson, and just kind of rotate these guys in quicker, and then you can throw Jericho in and give somebody like 4 or 5 minutes of breath. Throw Fournier in, give him about 4 or 5 minutes. That's 2 touches, small. We're talking about 10 minutes together, but 5 apiece. That would kind of help the team just get their legs underneath them. I don't think it's that crazy of an idea, but I don't think Tibbs is going to do it. But that's what I would hope that he would consider doing on a back-to-back. But we'll see what happens. Jake Boogie, what you think? Do you think the Knicks are going to be okay to run up? And the Pelicans like to move the ball. Do you think they're going? And they're younger than us. Do you think they're going to be able to hang with the Pelicans tonight after being kind of winded and out of breath last night's game?
This is a challenge for themselves, so they all should be feeling like that. Challenge yourself, challenge your will. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a win last night and riding high, whereas we could have went down opening up the season 0-2. Now just to get on the road to somebody that's probably was watching the game last night, watching us play, relaxing, thinking, okay, they're going to be tired when they come in last night, come in today. There's an opportunity for the guys to turn their games up to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying, and ride off what happened last night. I always said that, last night flight to New Orleans was a whole lot easier, more happier, than taking an L and ride there. That would have been real crucial, man. So I think the guys, this is another challenge for the team to see where they at. And you're going to get it. They're not all the way in shape. It was like 4-5 possessions in that game last night. You can see not only us, both teams, they was tired. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going to have some wobbly legs at the beginning. It's going to look like that, I feel, because the last night and there's a back-to-back. But I believe as the game go on, we're going to, get back into the flow of the game. And I think we have an opportunity to knock them off tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think they might overlook us, and I want to see us win our first back-to-back game of the season. You know, down in New Orleans. And how many times we haven't really seen Zion? So what? We don't care nothing about you, Zion. Yeah, you trying to be in shape right now, but we got somebody that's for you. You know what I'm saying? So handle your business, do what they got to do. Let's get another W and come back 21. You know, and get back to the crib and really rest up a little bit. I like our chances tonight, man. I like our chance. I like the bench. I like everything that we got going on. You know, when we don't beat ourselves, we're a very difficult team. When we goof it off and help you continue on blowing us out, it's different. You know, we goofed off against Boston, and everybody know we beat them up pretty much in all phases. The hustle plays. We had more free throw shot attempts than them. We had more steals. You know, less turnovers. All types of ways we beat Boston, but you gotta make them free throws. And I look for us to do what we gotta do tonight.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm with that. Shout out to Paris Duggar. You a funny dude, man. Yeah, man. Listen, you could always cash out from your burner phone. All you gotta do is download the app, brother. You already got the information. Punch that puppy in there, and you straight. But anyway,
Hey
shout
Ron,
out to
I'm
you.
gonna pop off because I get ready to pull up in the rest area. Pause.
Okay.
But you know, I gotta pull off for a second, and I don't want to leave the phone just hanging down, man. I just want to say,
Yeah.
man, I love and appreciate what you and your network y'all do constantly. Same thing with Shop Out, my man Devon. He always keep a real talk. It's never
You're
fake
ready.
about the conversation. It ain't even got nothing to do with the Knicks. The conversation just be real. And shout out to the chat and everybody that's rocking, you know, watching. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, please. Don't make Ron have to remind you and put that blue thumb up there again. You know, hit the like button. You know, that's for the growth. Forget all the other dollar signs and all that. The likes is what's happening, man. That's the easiest way to appreciate somebody. I like what you're doing, man. You know, that's what you tell them. I like what you're doing every day. Your show is on. I like your conversation. I like your podcast. I like your work. I like your effort, man. I like what you're talking about. That's what that like. It means so much, man, when you just press it, you know. And I want to make a quick shout out to Worldwide L, and shout out to my man S God, and shout out to Worldwide L, his two little men, you know what I'm saying? We had a wonderful time rocking, you know what I'm saying, at the game, man. And enjoyed and got a dub, man. So just shout out to them guys, man. Hope everybody have a great weekend. Let's watch the game, enjoy the game, and let's critique what happened, you know, the next day, man. But continue enjoying your weekend, man. Blessings to everybody, man. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's.
Appreciate you as always, Jay Boogie. Thank you for joining the show while you're out there on the road. I appreciate you multitasking, you know, giving his takes, staying engaged, and out there whipping it up. So appreciate you, brother. Stay safe, rest of your trip and travel. Get home and enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm 45 minutes away now, man. 45 minutes away, man. But I told Queen earlier this morning. I talked to the Queen, man. Shout out to the First Lady. Yo, I think I'm gonna be more intent to traveling this year on road games than I am more at the Garden. That's where I'm at this year, man. I wanna walk up in somebody else's building. I wanna be the villain. You know, I wanna talk my ish, especially when we win. That's what I want. Because playing at the crib is the crib. When you go on that road, shut their building down, man. You talking about them seats that they was getting up out of there last night. They knew it was old. They're getting up out of there. You know, so yeah, that's what I like, man. So yeah, that's what I'll be into, man.
Oh, real quick. I don't know if you said it. You got the Knicks winning tonight or what?
Yeah, I got the Knicks pulling one off tonight, man. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a rugby fight. The Knicks winning a close one, 111, 107. Take the under. Take the under again. I don't do them. What's the name? I bet I'm on games. You want some locks on the games? You know what I'm saying? I give you some locks on the games. I don't care about the players and all that. You know, I don't know how another guy might feel going to the game, but the numbers for the scores of the game, I give you some padlocks with them right there. You know, get your bookie.
Okay. All right, brother. All right, man. Like I said, stay safe out there, brother. Always pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all have a great afternoon and great evening, man.
You're ready.
I'll drop you down. You can cut it off, but I'll drop you down so that way you don't gotta worry about like I gotta hit this button when I'm trying to whip the ride. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. Okay.
All right. Shy. Oh man, what's your thoughts, brother? Another Knick. See, it's like Christmas sometimes when you get a Knick game, you're like, oh, we could talk about it. It was fun to watch. And then today, another Knick game. I love it.
Well, I mean, this is the perfect thing to show of how much of depth that we got tonight. You know, just in case if they want to go a little more than that 9-man rotation because plays might be a little winded or something like that tonight. But I think we go in there and I think we we take the hearts out of these guys over here right now. You know, we may not have the scoring explosion that we had from Brunson last night, but it might be RJ tonight. It might be IQ tonight. It might be DiVincenzo tonight. It might be IQ tonight. Those are the things that we got to look forward to when we look for 2 or 3 guys to set a standard, you know, to put a mound of points together so we could chip into those points collectively with the rest of the team. And the only thing we have to do, like if you look at these last couple of games, man, there's need a splash from RJ, a splash from Randall, a splash from Brunson. Maybe we might have a good game from J Hart tonight. Maybe we might have 11 points from I Hart tonight. Maybe DiVincenzo comes out tonight and 15, 18, 22 points tonight. You know what I mean? We have different guys in different roles that can score the basketball. So if someone is lacking in one perspective and they're picking up in the rebounding and the assist, and we have people that can score the basketball. So I think this whole year we're going to have to talk about the diversity of this team. You know what I mean? Who is hot for that night and how Tom Thibodeau is going to run the rotations. I think tonight is going to be another, like Jay Boogie said, a lower scoring game. I'm right around 110 to 114, 116, somewhere like that, where we win the game. I think it's going to come down. I think a lot of these early 10 games it left these next 8 games or so are all going to be pretty close games that you win by shooting free throws, hitting big shots like the Knicks have tried to do this year. So I think that it's going to be a low scoring game, 110 to like 114, and I think the Knicks win this game at the free throw line.
Yeah. I'm hoping you're right, brother. I think that you know that if they can continue to just do what they've been doing in these first couple of games, they should have a really good chance of winning tonight. And maybe they'll have enough energy to hold this young New Orleans team down, keep them away, keep them at bay. It ain't gonna be, listen, I tell you, some of us have talked about Julius Randle and if he is going to be able to get that grit and that not too crazy, but that rage that we see him play with sometimes that we think fuels him. Tonight might be his first test because Zion be looking for posters, right? And if Zion comes and tries to dunk and throw it down on Julius Randle, if he catch one or something like that, that may fuel Julius. It may get him hyped. So, we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be interesting. And remember, I definitely think that Zion might have played in one game versus the Knicks a long time ago. I'm not sure he did, but I don't think that RJ and Zion have been on the court together in the NBA. So I think this is going to be the first night. If I may be wrong. I don't think I am, but I don't think they've been able to play against each other, both of them being on the court at the same time.
I heard the same rumors. I heard that before.
Yeah, I think this might be the first one. Yeah, I think this might be the first one. So this is going to be interesting. It's also going to be interesting to see how Zion plays against his buddy and against the Knicks. So we'll see. I do think if I'm just purely not worrying about the Knicks being tired, I think the Knicks win this game. I think the Knicks continue just to do what they've been doing. And it kind of shows you the versatility that a team that you think that hasn't made a lot of moves has. You know, they go out there, they play a tough team, they show defense, right? And they still put themselves in a position that they could have won the game. They go out there and play against a team that is not as sound defensively, but can score, with Atlanta. And instead of really locking everybody down on the team, they do give certain things up, and it turns out to be a slugfest. But they outscored them comfortably.
Mhm.
So I kind of think the Knicks are just kind of going with the motions and doing what the game is showing them. If we're going back and forth with this team, we're lighting it up. We got it going. But if the Knicks shot ain't going, I think they'll clamp down on the defense and try to, stop the team a little better. I'm not saying it's the best way to do things right now, but it's early. So give them some time to get their legs under them, get their rotations, their movements, understand everybody knows what the defense is supposed to be and what they need to do to make the defense go. And I think we'll be okay. Like I'm telling you, even 5 to 10 games, by the 10-game point, we'll be a better team. But after the first month of the season, the Knicks will be right where they need to be, and we'll see what they are. Let me see here. Let's see. I love it. I love it. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why you come to a show if you don't got anything good to say. No one's talking about you or the show that you think you like. So why are you here? You don't want to be here. Don't be here. You know what I mean? Like no one asked you. This show ain't, compare our show to that show. I don't care what you think about this show in comparison to that show. Go watch that show. Why are you here? Why are you talking about this stuff? So who's comparing anything to that other show? That show is solidified in what they do. They put on a great program. Shout out to them. I don't know where that's coming from. Now, I don't want to block him because hate needs to be embraced. Bring the hate. I love the hate. Because you know what? The only person that looks wrong in hating for no reason is you. So I love the hate. Without haters, how can you know how good you're doing? What's your progress? Bring the hate. It's just dumbness, but it is what it is. So shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm not going to put you on the screen, though. People want to see you in the chat. They'll see you in the chat. You don't deserve that airtime. Shout out to Kaiser Soze. What's good? Appreciate you, my brother. Let me see. Who else is here? Okay. I don't think I missed anybody new who jumped in. Okay. All right. We good. Yeah, I don't think. All right. Well, if there's anybody I did miss, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know how it is. I try to give it up to everybody when I can. All right. I personally think that the Knicks are going to have a really good game tonight and try to control the tempo. That's another thing. If you guys notice, sometimes the Knicks have kind of strayed away and got caught up in the other team's tempo. If the Knicks can control the tempo and control the pace, whatever you want to call it, they'll have a good shot of being able to handle New Orleans. Because New Orleans, from what I know, they get up and down. They have moments where they get out there. You also don't want to get caught having to stop Zion in transition. It's a problem. Zion, when he starts going, he's out. You know what I mean? Don't do that. I wouldn't advise that. And also in their arena, you don't want them to get the highlights off and get the crowd really into it, because then that kind of takes things away. The Knicks are a very good road team, so I think that's not going to be that. Yeah, I think that's not going to be that big of an issue. They play really good on the road, so they'll be okay with that side of it. But still, if you can keep the fans at bay for most of the game and not get them too excited, I would advise that that's a smart thing to do. Really? Oh no, you know what it is, Parrish? My fault. No. I think it's because hold on, Parrish. Let me take care of this real quick while it's fresh in my mind. You can't put links in the chat if you're not a moderator. It doesn't allow you to do that. So there you go, Parrish. Now you can do it. So if you try again, it'll work. But yeah, that's what it is. YouTube doesn't allow people to put links in the chat if you're not a moderator or the host of the show, something like that. Okay, so Knicks are nice. Pudge says 107, 100 Knicks. I like it.
I'm like that.
Knicks 100 said Zion been jumping over people, straight taking off. I know he has, man. You know, he's excited. He want to show Zion is here because he's been hurt, and you know, it's nice to have him back. Let me see. I don't know. Did I lose it? I was going to highlight something I was going to talk about before, and I think I didn't get to it. Oh, no, it was something. Shout out to you, Ricardo. There was something you said before when we was talking about health and stuff. He said, "What's up?" And salute to you, brother. I knew I missed somebody. Hope you're doing well. He said, "What's up, Ron? Get a good digestive enzyme supplement. Take it with your meals. Helps break down your food." I appreciate that, my brother. Yeah, man. Got to do that, man, because when your body ain't doing right, you know, got to help your body out. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Okay. Hey, you know, that's not funny, Parrish. Everybody needs a chance to be able to speak and do what they got to do, brother. I welcome people's opinions because I'm not any better than anybody else. I just happen to take the time to put my effort and take time away from other things I could be doing in my life, from my job sometimes, and from my family to be here on the platform talking Knicks with my fellow Knick fans. That's what I do. So, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Parrish is funny. So Sherwin says Zion Williamson has averaged 29.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 6 assists in 2 games against the Knicks in his career.
Yeah, the key to that quote, which is probably true, is he only played 2 games. You know, how many games he and RJ? I think one of those games that he did play, RJ last year had that lacerated finger and stuff like that. So I mean, I take, you know, we got guys on the team that can do those numbers right now. And I mean, and I believe Julius Randle is going to you know, maybe come out of the shell a little bit tonight. Maybe I like the way he's playing right now. He's looking for his teammates. He's drawing the double teams and the triple teams and he's kicking it out when necessary. And he's kicking out the shooters and they're making their shots this year. So I'm not really worried if we can continue. I mean, it's only been 2 games, but our 3-point shot, we're over, I think, 37% now for the last 2 games, 37 some change, almost 38%. That's dang good for the New York Knicks, you know what I mean? And I'm happy to see what the Knicks can continue to do and finish out what they can do this year. And I have no problem with the Knicks going in here tonight and playing some stellar defense. We may not have an awesome game from RJ tonight, but it might be time for Grimes to hit 25 points tonight. We may not have a good game for Randle tonight, but we might get 22 points from the big Ragu tonight. You know what I mean? So we have guys that can substitute scoring as long as we play together. That together defense and you know, play good on that perimeter defense. We have a shot at every game this year.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sean Money. That's
40% from 3. Thanks. Hey, Nick, Jay Ellis, man, that was me. That was calling you when you was walking down the block, man. I seen you walking to the garden that day. That was me. I was like, yo, Jay Ellis, I wanted you to get on the pod, but you was with wifey. I think it was wifey. I think he was with wifey and stuff. But anyway,
no, actually, you know, he came to the game. He was with his mom.
Oh, that was his mom. I knew it was a girl. You know, I ain't want to say that was, you know, no, but it was a lady. You know, I seen him walking down there. I called him, seen him walking by. I was like, yo, JL, he had this KOT hat on. I said, JL, I was trying to get him on the thing, but I was talking on the chat and I couldn't get it all the way out. Then by the time I tried to yell back at him, he was almost halfway across the street by then. So that was shot power looking at you, KLS.
Okay.
Yeah, we was late. We was late too, JLS. We was right behind you. As soon as you walked by, we had to leave too. We got to the seats. They took the people that took our shirts off our chair and everything. I was like, damn,
man. That's the worst. Shout out to Jay Ellis, the Nick of Time show in the building. Yeah, what's good? Appreciate you, my brother. I hope you're doing well as always. East Blue Drew is in the building as well. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shoot, look at that. Look at YouTube telling me, as a value creator, we invite you to help shape the future of YouTube. Your input will guide important decisions about tools and help creators succeed. Oh, look at me. Who am I now? What does that give me the power to do? I don't know. I'll take it. Okay, YouTube, I'm rocking. Anyway, yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Don't stress it. Don't stress it too much, man. Life is simple, man. All we got to do is wake up in the morning and start breathing and doing what we got to do, carry out the rest of our days, go to work, support your families, your loved ones, all that, and try to live the best you can, man. All the hate and all the other stuff, there's no place for it. Just move on, let life be life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Knick fan. All I'm concerned about is taking care of my family, going to work, doing what I got to do, watching these Knicks, hopefully get some wins, maybe get a championship one day so I could see it, and being able to experience that and enjoy it with my fellow Knick fans. Is that so much to ask? Is it too much to ask? No, I don't think so. Anyway, and someone said something earlier in the chat. He asked if we talked about RJ and his improvement, his mid-range shot and all that stuff. We did talk about it early in the beginning of the show. So yeah, we talked about it. Replay gang, if you want to go back to it. But we're definitely all very happy with the strides that RJ's made and what we've been seeing from him. And I had alluded to the fact that myself and Delano Steele Jr., we get into these side conversations on the phone and we talk about RJ focusing on those mid-range shots, pull-ups, and all these different things. And it's nice to see them. He's doing it because that's what we wanted to see. Because I have said it. I don't think RJ is a bad shooter. I think he doesn't have good range. The further out he gets, the worse his shot gets. But as you can see, he's looking pretty good when he's shooting these twos. And even what he tried to do was shoot threes right off of the line. But, you know, that's still a little iffy. I don't even know if that's his range. Can he knock it down? Yeah, here and there he has. I just think that he just doesn't have a lot of range in his shot. That's my opinion. I haven't necessarily done the deep dive on the numbers as yet to back it up. But eye test is telling me it's a lot about range with him because he got a good looking follow through and everything. He looks like he could knock it down. Just it's better to hit them twos. Yeah, so we'll see where it goes. Anyway, all right, guys. I think I kept you guys long enough. I appreciate you guys here. Smash that like button. Support the show in any way in which you feel, but the biggest support is to be able to be here, rocking in the chat, listening to the show, smashing that like button. That's what everybody wants for this show. So we appreciate you guys as always. Thank you to my great panel today, Double A, Jay Boogie, my guy Shy Powers from Knicks Real Talk with Divine. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you guys for being here. Shy, any final words? And when is the next time your show is going to happen?
We're on tonight. As you let me check what time. I think it's 6 o'clock. We come on tonight. The alerts will go out, and come check us out. You know what I mean? Come the same thing. Come salute, come subscribe, come like, and come enjoy the time that we talk about the Knicks and talk about your team that you love and try to deter you from being a negative nanny and get you into a positive P.
There you go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's what it is, man. As I said it before, and I'm going to continue to say it. Knicks Real Talk is they keep it real. They give you real analysis, real talk from fellow Knick fans, but they also put a positive spin on it, man. Not everything in life has to be so negative. You know what I mean? There's some good things you can take from things in life. And, we should all live that way. We got a lot of hate and negativity in our heart. We see it every day on social media and the news, but that doesn't mean we need to live our lives that way and always think of things in that nature. So that's why I love Knicks Real Talk and how they give it up. So I appreciate you guys as always, man. So thank you for being who you guys are, and thank you once again to the chat. Appreciate you guys. This has been a really enthusiastic, hot chat today. Y'all been good, man. Y'all been really good and showing a lot of good talk, good ideas out here. So thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you. I got it. I will add that. Let me do it now and add it to my stuff so that I can holler at you if anything. Hold on. Let me just do this because if I forget to do it, then it'll be gone. 1 second. There is Parrish. There it is, Parrish.
John, salute, John.
My guy, my other half. What's good, my brother? Did I write that right? Got a lot of 2s and 4s in this, man. Like, what is this? 242 424. 242 424. Okay, I got it, Parrish. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, we good.
Y'all ready?
Okay, cool. All right, so back to where we were. Shout out to my brother John, man. Like he said, smash that like button. Appreciate you. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knick fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30-ish for Know the Ledge. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with myself, my guy John, and my brother Jose holding it down on the 1s and 2s. And on Thursday nights for the NBA wrap-up on the Nothing But Knicks channel, where we will continue to mix a little bit of NBA stuff with hip-hop. 8:30s on Thursday nights. And oh, by the way, for some of y'all who may be tuned in today that don't necessarily tune into the Monday show, Monday night's show, SKF Weekly, we are now able to take phone calls, guys. So if you want to be able to call into the show, by all means, please do. We'll put that number and stuff up on Monday nights when we do the show, so you guys can call in. So we look forward to being able to chop it up with you guys even more. So once again, thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, man. It's beautiful weather. It's 80 degrees right now, going up to a high of 82. It's sunny in the East Coast, especially in the New York area. Enjoy yourselves, man. Go out there, have some fun. Get your hoagies, your Philly cheesesteaks, whatever you get. Chips. Yeah, yeah, get all that. Get ready for tonight's game versus the New Orleans Pelicans. But before you do that, 6 o'clock, don't forget to check out Knicks Real Talk with my guy Shot Money and Divine, man. Get yourself right. All right, man. Appreciate you guys once again. Thank you for being here. Have a great rest of the evening. Yeah, thank you, my brother. We'll catch you on the next one. We out of here.
Peace.